veins, I've been driving this train. Years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play, and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no, I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capping space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la, 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 la. And I'm up again. I got tired eyes, need a cup of blend. That's right, in the AM, that's my only friend. No light, just the sun coming up on the horizon. I lose track of time, yeah, I move fast and climb a new class divine, yeah, true passion shines. And I'm through passing time, I choose stacking dimes. You snooze half the time while I move passing by. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no, I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capping space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la, 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 la.
Long time no see. What's up? What's up? Snark, I'm about to give 5 more away. I just wanted to give you a chance to turn off the gift setting, turn it back on before I do it. I did the 5 already for the people who were here right from the jump, because I usually like to thank people for making sure to be here right away, which is very nice. And so that's why I always give them out. You know, I get 5 out right away without saying anything, and then I get 5 out more once everybody has a chance to turn it on and turn it back off. So I'm going to give you a little bit of time to do that so you can hopefully get one. You know what's weird? I was in a stream the other day trying to play catch up. Hey, Miss Suzanne. I was trying to play catch up on a stream the other day of someone I don't normally watch. Hey, Geneva. And I saw that they were getting gifted a lot of memberships. I was like, hell, let me get one for free. So I went to go to try to turn it on, and it didn't exist. Like, it wasn't there at all. So, I don't know. No, Snark, it's 2 people I have blocked, sweetie. I could go into my YouTube settings and tell you. But, so I'm wondering if YouTube finally figured out a way that if we have people blocked or they have us blocked, that we could finally stop them from winning memberships. Oh, Kirsten NZ got one. Okay. That's one of the other people that got it, but let me see who all of them were. Kirsten, Butterfly Girl, Kendra, Black Swan, Jennifer Positivity, Joy. So apparently not. So apparently let me see. Do I even have this lady blocked? I don't have Kirsten blocked, but I wonder if I have this one blocked. Let me try to figure out how to do it if I don't. Ah, that might be why. I didn't know. Okay, now that one's finally blocked, so maybe they won't win any in the future. Let me go in and block this other one. Because it didn't give me an option to turn on gift setting for this one person that I've had a fallout with. And I was like, maybe they finally updated it to where we can stop that. So that's good if so. But I guess I'm going to start making sure to hide people from the channel that I don't want winning those memberships. Kendra, I'm so glad you got one. Okay. Darling, did you turn yours off and on? If so, I'm about to give out 5 more. Hey, Michelle, so good to see you. Hey, Darling. Hey, Stanley. Hey, Kendra. Hey, Snark. Hey, Suzanne. I always say Susan. I'm sorry. Hey, Rose. Rose, it's been a long, long time. How have you been? Hey, Miss Diane. Hey, Daniel. Hey, Bushwatchers. Like, it's not going to be any exciting live. I'm just want to catch up with y'all. Let me know what's been going on. I've tried to catch up a little bit over the past 2 days. Not even past 2 days, maybe the past day. And it just seems like a whole bunch of BS. And there's a lot more I want to say that I'm going to do on my members only. Because we're going to be doing a members only this weekend. Probably 2 of them. That's what I'm hoping for. Fingers crossed. Because I've been owing y'all a spirit box and members only. I mean, we did one like a week ago with Geneva and Sly came up. So we did one then. But I couldn't do the spirit box like I wanted to because my daughter's friend would stay the night. And I kid you not, she's been here every night except last night and except one day out of last week. She's been here nonstop. I'm not sharing why. That's personal stuff for them. So I'm not sharing why. But last night I was going to go live. I had it all set up and everything. And then Princess she got sick. She started throwing up nonstop. I mean, hours of it. Bless her little heart. But she finally got her some fluids, got her to eat a little bit earlier, so she's doing better. But I'm not gonna put a lie before being there for her. She hates throwing up. I think most people do. Yes. Oh, has it been dead? I haven't gotten any notifications this whole time. Besides for Kendra, I think I got one for Sophie, but that was like I was too busy. I couldn't watch it at that time. But I was titled, let's see how this goes. And I haven't gotten any notifications for Sophie since then. So, like, what's going on with her? Like, is everything okay with her? And yes, I do check in with Bliss when I see a notification of her, but I don't know anything about that Coley person. So usually I'll just make sure to click on the live and hit the thumbs up and usually say hi if I catch them while it's live. But I don't know anything about this Coley person. So I feel so lost anytime I try to participate in those. I have no idea who that lady is, but I always make sure to at least, hit the thumbs up and say hi to them. And the other day I was going to participate in the chat, but it was so loud I couldn't hear anything. Oh, okay. But she's okay though. Hey, Jenna Bear, how are you? Make sure you have your gift settings on. About to give about 5 more. Yeah, well, I didn't even plan to take a break this time. I told y'all the last time that I was going to be here consistently through this next month, but it's been one thing after another. And then I went to go get my ID, for this state. I finally got that taken care of like 2 weeks ago. I got to my mailbox the other day and I get this letter. For those that say I lie about my license, let me read you this letter. I had to deal with this crap today, but hold on, let me find which letter it is. And I got this letter before the weekend. Hey, Erica, how are you? I got this letter in the mail like right before the weekend, so I had to freak out and worry about this all weekend long. Like, what the fuck am I going to do? But I'll tell you what they told me. But it's from Homeland Security. Yeah, fun stuff. Let me read this to you. Dear Steel Moon, your state driver's license, driving privileges, and privilege to obtain a license may be canceled in 30 days. Our records show your driving privileges were suspended or revoked by the state of Texas. To avoid cancellation of your blank driver license, you must submit a letter of clearance from the state of Texas by December 1st, 2024. You should contact Texas Department of Public Safety, blah, blah, blah. Any driver license canceled by this order must be sent to us. As in, want me to turn over a driver's license that I haven't had since 2013. I don't have a license. So there's that. You must also submit proof of liability insurance in effect at the time of this cancellation as of within 30 days. Failure to surrender the license and failure to file proof of liability insurance in effect at the time of this cancellation within 20 days after the date, blah, blah, mumbo jumbo, right? But if I don't turn in my license, quote unquote license, and proof that I had insurance, then I'm going to have to do a $75 fee in addition to a $100 reinstatement fee to get my license back, which I didn't even try to do yet. I haven't even tried to get that yet, just so you know. If you drive a motor vehicle after the cancellation of your license, you may be arrested and prosecuted. Authority and penalties for such actions are provided in so state code. If the information received by this department is in error, you may request a hearing or to establish that your driving privileges are not suspended or revoked. Send the request to this department in writing before December 1st, 2024, which I took care of this today. You have the right to have an attorney present at the hearing, the scope of the hearing, blah, 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 blah. So I called. So I got this right before I went on a trip with me and the girls. It was a short trip, just to be clear, but we went to go do something fun. And I was freaking out. This has been on my mind. I've been freaking out this whole time. I called. It was on hold for 2 hours. Like, oh, that's just a generic letter we send out. Are you kidding me? They're like, yeah, it's not personalized to you. It's just a generic letter. I said, ma'am, it has my name on it, my old address, my old driver's license number, because I have it memorized from 2013. I still have that number memorized. I was like, it has all that on there. What do you mean it's a generic letter y'all sent out? I was like, she goes, well, was your license revoked? I said it was suspended because of grand mal seizures that got reported by the ER in 2013 when I was just a passenger, by the way, in a vehicle, not even driving, but whatever. I was like, I've been seizure free for 5 years now. I could get my license back. I just got to get a doctor's note. I said, but that's not even what I try to do. All I got was my ID, and I had to pay money for that too. Like I had to pay $25 to get my marriage license from 20 something years ago, printed out, sent to me. I had to wait that 2 weeks for it to get here. So then I had to pay for the Ubers to go up to the driver. That's $20 each way. I paid $20 to go get my license, my ID last time. They wanted my marriage license. I didn't have it because I ripped it up within like 2 years of us getting married. Because I was already fed up with the marriage at that point. But $20 there, $20 back home. Then the money I spent to get the marriage license sent to me in 2 weeks of waiting time. Then another $20 to go up to the DMV and that's all this money I'm spending to get my ID. And then I get a cancellation. But I called. They're like, oh no, that's just a generic letter. I was like, do you realize how terrified I've been for days worrying about, because it's not just been Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's been Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday because it was a holiday, right? So I've been freaking out this whole damn time. They're like, oh, it's just a generic letter we send out. I was like, so I'm not going to get a fee? No. I was like, what am I supposed to turn in? I haven't had anything since 2013. Like, oh no, you don't have to do anything. I was like, so this isn't going to affect me in any way. She goes, no, just when you want your license renewed, it's just telling you what you'll have to do to get it back. That's not what that fucking says. So I was like, so what about my ID? Am I still going to get it? They're like, yeah, you're still going to get it. I was like, why the fuck would they send me this? I mean, you would think they would send my ID first. All I have is a paper copy. You would think they would send me that first. But anyways, all this time, like, fucking headache. So it's like, if y'all are going to cancel, you better send my money back, because fuck that. But a generic letter, it sounds like a bunch of bullshit to me. But anyways, hey, Martin's mommy, it's so good to see you. Homeland Security does not stand driver's license expired. It says on it, State Department of Safety and Homeland Security notice of cancellation. And in the corner, it says financial responsibility section. Has a letter ID, has my old driver's license number. Tell me to contact the Texas Department of Public Safety. And it says about reported out-of-state driving license number. It has my actual old driver's license number. So didn't seem fake, but she's like, I called the DMV here. Like, oh yeah, no, you're good. So thanks for the anxiety attack for 4 days. Really appreciate it. I mean, what the fuck? They said I was going to ask for a hearing if I wanted this cleared up. Are you kidding me? Ugh, I hate checking the mail. I don't know about anybody else, but I hate checking the mail. All of my bills are all electronic, like through email, but it's usually some bullshit in the mailbox. So I hate checking it. And that's a classic example right there. But anyways, for those that say I lied about that I still drive, no, the fuck I don't. But I still have my paper ID. My hard copy ID is probably out there in the mail. I just ain't checked it yet. I haven't checked the mail since I got that letter before the weekend. I just don't want to deal with it. But anywho's, I just don't like a generic letter. So you don't even know what the fuck y'all are talking about. Y'all just sending shit out. And I'd get it if I had tried to get my license when I went to the DMV. No, I was getting my ID, my state ID. That was it. So it doesn't even make sense to begin with. Oh, see, I didn't know that. Well, no, she said, oh, yeah, we sent that out, but we send that out to everybody. We have to. Really? You have to? And then she's like, it's not even personalized to you. I said, yes, it is. It has my first and last name and my old driver's license number. What do you mean it's not personalized to me? Ugh. Drama, drama, drama. But I was about to really raise some hell if I spent all that money to get my ID and then go to cancel it to say it was a license when it wasn't. It was just an ID. You know what I mean? But adulting sucks. Dealing with that bullshit sucks. Just another way to get money. And here's my thing. Like, at one time, they said I would have to get insurance, like liability insurance, just to be a passenger in a car. Like, not to be, like, not actually to be a passenger, but just like they wanted me to pay for insurance for 2 years and then get a doctor's note, neurologist note saying I'm clear of seizures. And you only have to be clear for 6 months. I'm clear for 5 years so far. But they wanted me to do that. I'm like, how can they force me to pay for insurance when, like, I struggle to get by as it is? Like, I don't see how they could force you to pay for insurance when you're not even, the only way you go around is in a fucking Uber. That don't make no damn sense. Like, it's completely pointless. What is my insurance going to cover me in a wreck for the driver? What's it going to do? Doesn't make any damn sense, but whatever. But talking to my friend that lives here, she says I won't have to deal with all that when I go get my license back, which I am going to be doing. I am going to be fighting to get my license back shortly. I have family that need me around and need me to help them out with some stuff. And I have a car waiting for me. I still have my car. It's just got to be, I don't know. I just got to get in front of, just get to the doctor and to start me back on my gabapentin, which I really don't want to be on anything. I don't want to be on any medication anymore, but I'm going to have to. And okay, there's no such thing as piss. Girl, no, it came from the Texas DMV that I was going to pay and hold liability insurance for 2 years if I ever wanted my license back. How does that make any fucking sense? And again, it wasn't for me to drive or anything. It was just hold on to it. So I was just going to be paying a monthly bill for insurance for no fucking reason. Bullshit. Hey, Sarah, how are you? Yeah, I'm going to try to get, it should be easy to get my license back. I just, like I said, I have to get back on gabapentin, which I haven't been on since August. It's been great. Well, August of last year, that is. Hell, I was on that medicine for 8 years and it did wonders for me. It helped me tremendously, but I've been medication free of everything since, like I said, I had the last script I feel was in August. The last time I took it was December of last year. But anyways, I hate to get back on anything, but I'm going to have to if I want my license back. But I've never wrecked, knock on wood, never wrecked. I was always a good driver. I didn't get tickets or anything. I was a damn good driver. I'm a very defensive driver. But I will get it back because I love driving. And I ain't done it since 3 years now. Gabapentin is a lifesaver for people with RA and fibromyalgia and nerve damage and seizures. Like, it's the one thing that helps all of that across the board for me. But some people, it doesn't help them, so I don't know. Hey, Chris. Thank you, girl. Girl, I was just saying that I've only got notifications for you, and the whole time I haven't been live. And you're talking about Coley, which I don't know anything about who Coley is, but I've just been stopping in and saying hi or hitting the play button and hitting the thumbs up. But I always feel bad that you think I'm not supporting you, but I just don't know anything about that lady. But I always catch your replay and hit the thumbs up. And I saw Kendra's live and hit the replay. Saw that she was upset about, which I did issue an apology to Kendra again in her comment section. Hey, girl. I let my backup channel be public at first and then switched it to private, just hoping it would give you the notification, Miss Wendy. I don't know. It's just me not being live consistently, I think. Oh, wait. Let me give y'all 5 more memberships. Hold on. Again, if you want a membership, turn your gift settings off and back on while I try to get the live pulled back up. So I have 5 more to give out. Two people we don't want to have them already got one, unfortunately. I'd rather you guys get them. People who actually care and are nice. All right, give me a second. You might hear echo while I pull this stream back up. Oh, and let me go turn the tea off. I started my tea before I went live. Hold on. And then they have this new setting in the chat where we could do a goal or whatever, and it worked last time I went live, but now it doesn't work. So I don't know if I lost that. It still shows up, but when I try to select the goal thing, Kendra, have you had the goal? It says make super chat more fun with the goal, and it says like you can host a Q&A session. You can set a timer for when you want that goal reached. You could choose super chat colors that count. Anyways, it says it's there, but it's not letting me pick it. Let's see. Yeah, it's not working for me this time. Oh, well. All right, let me give y'all some 5 more memberships before we talk about what I want to talk about. Please, for good people. Please let it go to good people. I think it's my internet or my YouTube glitching because my memberships aren't even showing up unless I go to. Okay, KLP, you got one. Nini, a Real Housewife. Dang it. I don't know any of those people. And I can't see the other two. All right, let me go back to my YouTube studio and see who got the other two. I'm sorry. I tried, girl. But like I said, I do think if we hide them from our channel, it does stop people from getting the memberships. So the 2 that got it earlier, I went ahead and hid them. So hopefully they don't get them in the future. Because it's just unfair to y'all that are here that want them. Okay. Amanda, KLP, Gina, Anderson, Nini. Kendra, I think it gave you one, right? At least Kendra got one, but I hate that Snurks didn't get one. And the other people I don't really know or I'm not cool with, so. I'm sorry, girl. Well, they made it, here's the thing. They made it so miserable that nobody wants to be here anymore. And I feel bad because like they're going after, I've heard that they're going really hard at JJ and Cindy and Kendra. Like they're going harder and harder at them. And it's like, they feel, I don't know if they just feel like that's all they have to offer is hate. And someone's always got to be a target. But I did hear Momo's bullshit stating that when she chose to walk away from me and go with Brooke, girl, you didn't choose to walk away from me. Are you really still trying to spread that lie? Are you really still trying to spread that lie? Because I still have the stream where I told you to get out of my chat. I don't want to speak to you that same night that you went on her channel. Right? Where you were trying to talk to me and said, leave. I mean, do I need to pull it up right now? I can. I have the messages of you asking, why was it talking to you? And you saying how, even though I won't talk to you, that you still have a lot of love for me and you weren't going to talk about me no matter what. You still, or some shit like that. Like I have all of those. What do you mean you chose to walk away from me? Because that's not how it happened. Not any messages. Did you say, see, well, I just have to go. I can't be here support you anymore. Not one fucking time did you say that till I already walked and blocked. Okay? Like, let's not do that. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Because it was a New Year's Eve when that happened. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me see if let's just pull it up, shall we? And I'll say this. I hear the rumblings and heard that I was supposedly being called scum by JY for playing my old streams. And I'm just going to say this. Like, I don't know why you keep coming at me with shit about what I do on my channel. Same as anybody else who wants to come at me for what I do on my own channel with my content. I am not playing your old streams and going at you when you're not saying shit about me. Then I'd understand you bitching and moaning. You're talking about me playing stuff on my streams, like, again, my content, my channel that's been hidden, like, or been on private for years. And you're pissing and moaning about that. If you don't want to watch it, don't watch it. But my memberships, my subs are asking me to play flashback streams, and that's what I'm going to do. You don't put nothing into this channel. So if you don't put nothing in this channel, stop putting your input into it as well. How about that? Just don't watch it. It's that fucking easy. Because if I don't want to watch you, I don't watch you. But I don't piss and moan about everything you do over there at the same time. Like, I get it if I was playing that shit and using it to attack you and do a hate stream on you. That's not what we did. We were just watching it and, like, talking about how much it's changed since then and how crazy the event was in the stream, and that's about it. Like, it wasn't a hate stream or anything, so I don't even get the complaint. Like I said, I don't know why everyone's trying to tell me what to do on my own fucking channel. It's my content. Like I said, I get it if I was playing yours that for 3 years ago, I get you pissing him on about that. But no, you click the link on my channel. I could play as many times as I want, but I haven't played it since that took place. And people haven't seen it because they weren't around back then. Hence, them requesting to watch those streams. So you're not even a member to this channel. You're not even a follower or subscriber to the channel. So why are you even complaining? Okay, so I try to type in New Year's, but it's not pulling up. So I don't think I have it titled New Year's. Or I'd pull it up real quick and show you. But Momo knows I'm telling the truth, that she didn't walk away from me. She lied to me for 2 weeks, that she found them disgusting, didn't want anything to do with them, that their streams were so awful and trashy and all this shit. And then just popped up on that stream on New Year's Eve. And then Stalker let it out that she had been talking to them since Christmas Day or Christmas Eve. So yeah, that's I walked. I don't know why you try to rewrite history. Why were you worried? I put up a members only video just yesterday. I've been good. I'm making posts. I've been good. I just couldn't go live because I've had company and I just don't feel like it's appropriate. The things we want to talk about and do with someone else's child. Like I said, with my own child, it's different. I know she sleeps like a rock and she don't hear anything. I know my boundaries, like I know what I can do with my child, but with someone else's child, I'm not willing to risk it. So I just couldn't go live in that time frame. And she doesn't, the other kid doesn't sleep hard. So I just don't think my search bar is working on my YouTube studio, actually. Because every time I type in something, nothing's popping up. When I mean, it's there. It's just the search bar is not working. Ah, there we go. Okay, hold on. Nope, it only shows when I went dancing at that party. Let me see this. But I did hear how I'll say this, like, Cooch, your whole fight with Mod 148, I know you like want everybody to come to your defense about what she says about your family, and I think it's wrong all across the board. But again, at the same token, you started that whole thing with her family. You're the one that put up a post of Julie, her head on a plus, like an obese woman's body, and had Daddy's FP, pig, on as a tattoo on her chest. That's what started that whole thing between you and Julie. I don't know how anybody's supposed to defend that and why anybody should jump in on that. And anybody that's tried to defend you in the past over that, like I said, anytime I tried to defend you in the past, you went on doxing me. So that's out the window to begin with. But you have started that whole thing with her family. And then when Heidi was talking about it, you and Lack continued to bring up those rumors and statements about her parents. So, I mean, I really don't know what to tell you about that. That's just something that I feel like y'all need to keep between y'all, and it's something that y'all are going to always fight with amongst each other. Hey, Sly. We just gave out some memberships. We're just catching up a little bit. I do plan to do the members only this weekend, 2 nights in a row, if people could stay up for it. I mean, 2 nights in a row might be too much for most people, but I have nothing to do this weekend. I normally every weekend I go out and do things with my daughter and her friend, but I told them this weekend I'm not going to be going out and doing anything because I've put y'all on hold for too long and it's not fair. But how are you, Sly? But yeah, that whole thing between Julie and Cooch is it's so dark. But again, y'all keep that going with her, talking about her, yeah, and calling her, yes, we know what the initials for that is. And then in the same breath complaining about weight shaming. You were up for several days. Why were you up for several days? That's not healthy. What I plan to do, Sly, is the first night, let me do the spirit box like what we normally do on members only. And then the second night, let you try your version of spirit box. Because I know you said you had your own plans that what you wanted to do. So I charged up all my stuff that I needed for it. And it's all ready. I just need to make sure that the people that want to be involved are going to be able to do it. Like we could do it tonight, but people are sleeping, Most people can't do it during the weekdays. So that's why I normally try to go for the weekend. But when we tried to do it this past weekend, like I said, unexpectedly, I had to keep, that other kid here for practically a week, which I don't mind at all. I just don't want y'all getting mad that that's what's going on. But like I said in my post, that the child comes first. And I know it's not fair to y'all because y'all been waiting forever, but like I said, I'll make up for it and we'll do 2 nights in a row. Or if y'all want to spread them out, it's up to you, but I definitely plan to do that. And Geneva, I don't know if you're still here, but I need to email you about something. And I know Miss Joanna really, really wants to do Spirit Box, and she's working all the time too, so I don't know when it's a good time for her. Usually the weekend's good for her, but Miss Joanna, if you see this, at any point, Miss Joanna, if you can't do it on one of the nights I choose, I told you I will do it one-on-one with you. And while we're speaking on that, something I haven't brought up in the past, but something that was alleged in the past by Empress. Empress, you want to sit here and make a post, call me fake psychic because you say I have to have date of birth and information to do readings. Find me one person that I've ever asked any of them. I need the person you're trying to connect to, or I need their date of birth, or I need their name, any of that at any point before I did a reading for any of them. Because not one time have I ever asked anybody for who you're trying to connect to, what's their name, what's their date of birth, what's your date of birth, what's your full legal name. Not once have I ever asked for that information. And by the way, Spirit Box is not a psychic reading. How many times did I explain that? A spirit box is entertainment purposes. It's just another way to communicate. That is not a psychic medium reading. I don't use anything when I do my readings. It's just me and the person, and I just start. I don't ask anything of them. I just start saying what was coming through, and then we go and take off from there. So no, stop comparing spirit boxes to fucking readings. You don't ever get it right. I don't get it. Yeah, they go hardcore at each other. And it's really, really sad, but they both know that's their hot button and they keep going at it. So they need to if that's what they want to do and fight with each other, then let them fight with each other. But just don't ask us to get involved and don't bring it to everybody else's streams and demand that they come to your defense. Like going to Heidi's, I want Heidi to come to your defense. Why? Or go into anybody else's when anybody else to go to your defense when it's something that y'all are. It doesn't seem that sword's ever gonna be laid down between those two. And again, every time I even think about defending and saying it's wrong, which is common sense, it's wrong, I can't get that out of my head about that meme that they made of Julie saying daddy's F. Yeah. Right after her dad passed. So I just keep that between you guys. I mean, she still has my doxing information up, and I've never doxed that woman. Not once have I ever doxed her. So it just is what it is. Thank you, Miss Diane. Well, see, that's what I don't get, because there's people in their chat that have readings from me. And I don't mean like the 15-minute reading. No, when like a paid reading where I spend hours with them, they know I'm fucking legit. They've said she's legit. I only said she wasn't when I was mad at her. So why I don't know. It is what it is. Like, and then Cooch said, Empress is a much better psychic than Siwa is. We're two different types of psychic, if she even is one. I don't know. I've never had a reading with her. Don't plan to ever have a reading with her. But she uses tarot cards. I don't use anything. There's different types of mediums. I am an evidentiary medium. That means I give you evidence of the afterlife, as in I tell you things that only you and that person would know. Therefore, evidence that they are still around and still existing and still communicating. That is what type of medium I am. I'm just here to convince you that they are still around. They're still communicating. They're still here with you. They still are witnessing the events in your life. And they'll tell me about, they were there for this and they were there for this. And this is what happened. Things that only you and them would know. That is an evidentiary medium. Totally different from people who read into the future or do tarot readings or do pendulum readings. Like there's so many different kinds. I just don't get why this woman wants to keep picking at me. Just stop. Like I said, to see her put out blatant lies that I ask for full names and date of birth for a reading, find one person that I've asked that of. Spells, absolutely ask that up. That's for me to tie them to the spell they're asking for. That's completely fucking different. I don't do that for readings. Never have. So just end it with the bullshit. And yes, they do. Thank you, Veruca. They just keep coming at me for it when I don't even do readings for this community anymore. I don't even do readings for people paying anymore either. The only readings I do now is if I go across TikTok or some type of social media and I see that someone's really, really struggling and I feel a message come through very strongly that person just has to have, and I will just tell them a few messages so they know, so they get their answers and so that they know their loved one's still here, and then keep it fucking moving. I don't ask for anything. I don't ask for their information, nothing. I just tell them what came through and leave it at that. So I don't even know why they keep going at me with that. But at any point in time, I could go back to paid readings and have plenty of clients. I just wouldn't do it through YouTube anymore. But yeah, Kendra, I heard that they were going at you really hard. And like I said it to you in your comments, but that one stream I did after the whole, I'm not going to get into it, but you know what I said in your comments. And I'm sorry if you ever felt like I went at you really hard, or if I did. I agree. I did actually go at you hard after that one stream, but it wasn't about you drinking. It wasn't. It was about some other stuff that took place. But I'm sorry that's weighed heavily on you and made you feel like no one wants you around, because that's not true. And you are right. We all made mistakes. We all fucked up. We all did things that were wrong. We all did things that were too far. I will continue to make those mistakes, just as you will, just as every creator is going to do, because we're going through some shit that a lot of people aren't going through. You know, like people in the chats, you're not going through all these attacks. Like, I mean, yes, some of you are clearly, but the daily attacks and the daily hate streams and the daily doxing and all this other shit, it weighs on you, especially after going through it for years. And so we're already amped up to the 10th degree before we even hit the live button. Or sometimes we hit the live button and some bullshit goes down in the chat and then we really flip out, and we're going to mess up. That doesn't make us inherently evil. I think what makes you inherently evil is if you set out every day to ruin someone's life. And I'll say this. Oh, should I say this or hold it? That's very nice of you, Veruca. Thank you. Thank y'all for showing her some support in the chat. I will say this for the allegations about who this habanero person is. Y'all are completely wrong to sit here and say it's Reagan. if you paid a little more attention to how they spoke, first off, they speak a lot of Espanol in their comments. They have knowledge of things going back many years in our community. Like before all of us came to YouTube, they have knowledge of shit from before that. That's not raking. Raking was in the Instagram fights that happened before we all came to YouTube, right? So it's not raking. Also, raking does not hate me, and she doesn't hate Geneva. We're fine. Me and Geneva are fine with raking. So for that person goes at me and Geneva quite often. Now, they said in Heidi's that they don't have hate for anybody but Momo, but you have talked so much shit about me and say I'm one of the nastiest people on YouTube is all the shit I do behind the scenes. I don't do a bunch of shit behind the scenes. The thing with the Penelope was really the only thing I've done in probably years, honestly. And it didn't start out trying to cross lines. I started out just trying to warn someone they were getting doxxed. And whether you believe it or not, that's fine. But that is all I was trying to do. Like I said, but to sit here and say, like, we are the worst of the worst, if you think so. But that would not be raking. And so for the people that are now threatening to dox Rakin and show her grandparents and show her child, her kids, all that, because you think it's her, like, that's pretty fucked up of you. And I'll say whoever posted stalkers family members on Reddit, you're a piece of shit, whoever that is. I have my own suspicion of who that is, and I'm pretty sure I'm right, but I'm not going to sit here and say who it is or who I think it is because I don't know for sure. So I'll just wait till it gets proven on its own. But y'all are wanting to dox all this shit because you think it's raking, and it's not raking. You could not be further from the truth. You want it to be her because then you had justification for doing the evil shit you want to do to her. But you're wrong. And I'm telling you 100%, you are wrong if you think it's her. That is probably the biggest reach you could have made, honestly. Right. They were saying, wait, Rakin likes Siwa? Yeah. What made you think anything different? Because she's not here a lot? She's in the bushes a lot. Or she does replays a lot. Or we talk privately. We don't have to talk on streams and in the chat for us to be cool. When there's been times like the last time I went live, she sent people over here. So what even made y'all think that we weren't cool? Y'all, like I say, you're just trying to find reasons to justify what you want to do. Y'all have done enough damage to her. She's not this evil person you want her to be. Did she do some evil shit? Yes, just like I did evil shit when I first got involved. Hell, I still made mistakes. But y'all are actively every day trying to be evil to someone. And then pointing out who you think is evil. Make it make sense. No, she does it. Rakin does not do all this shit. And when we talk, it's not about what this one's doing, what's this one's doing. No, it's like, hey, are you okay? Yeah, I'm good. How are you been? Oh, I've been good. Normal shit. Not group chats filled with plans to annihilate someone's life. I know, Geneva. I will like to say thank you to Sly and Geneva coming up on the last members only. I really enjoyed having y'all up. I really like the open panels more than me just being by myself. I really enjoyed the camaraderie and having discussions about things. That is what I love doing on YouTube. That's why I like playing the replays, because it was good times, most of it. Yeah, and it was more entertaining back then. It was more entertaining. It was surface level shit, most of it. And we would be able to get on panels and hash it out and then end it by laughing. Nobody does that anymore. The hell, I don't think some people have gone too far. There's a lot, most of us, it's too much that you can't, there's no going back. There's no having conversations. And I do think most people in this community are a lost cause to even try to have a conversation. But back then it wasn't like that. That was like classic YouTube drama. Right. I know. And they're like, when Siwa's not here, she's planning and plotting and doing shit. You couldn't be furthest from the truth. If you only knew that the whole time when I'm not here, I'm barely even looking at YouTube. Hell, this computer will stay shut for 2 to 3 weeks at a time before I look at my YouTube studio, before I look at my comments, the only time I get any notifications is when I get an alert that, so, like I said, this whole time since I've been live, I got a notification that Kendra went live. I got a notification that Chris went live. And I got a notification that Sophie went live. Those 3 are the only notifications I've gotten in over a week. Nothing else does I get notifications for. So you think that my mind's circled? No, it's not. I think, like I've been preaching for years, it's unhealthy and everyone should detach and take steps back. And that I think the subscribers should also take steps back. And if you have a chance to go do something outside the house with family and friends, do that. Definitely do that over this shit. Oh, are you? Oh my gosh. That's probably the only season of Love After Lockup I really watched all the way through was the Clint and Tracy. It is so crazy to see the difference in how Clint and Tracy were versus him and Jen. It's a totally different Clint. Like, in my opinion, on Love After Lockup, when Clint was with Tracy, he was more bubbly, more outgoing, more personable. Like, he was a bigger personality. Like, he had character on the show. But after they split and he kind of got with Jen, he's like shy to be on camera, hates social media, hates attention. Like, it's totally different from how he was on Love After Lockup. But I haven't watched a season since then. I watched maybe 1 or 2 episodes with Heather Gillespie or whatever, but that woman's straight up wackadoo. I can't get into all that stuff with that Heather lady. Girl, it's on a few things. But yeah, I got it on, I think it's on Hulu too. Oh, by the way, I'm thinking, okay, I don't know if anybody's going to be into it, but I think I'm going to be on TikTok on Friday night, showing that Jake Paul and Mike Tyson fights. It's going to be on my Netflix. And I know a lot of people are going to see it. So I was like, fine, maybe I'll just, play it for people that want to see it. Hopefully, if I don't get in trouble, but I will be doing some videos, like pre-recorded streams in the next few days, because there's a lot of shit popping off on TikTok. That's crazy stuff. Like Mama Tot's getting canceled. If you haven't seen that, she's getting canceled. She's gotten canceled like twice in the past month, and for very serious things. And like, honestly, it's sad though, because they are breaking that woman's spirit. She doesn't look like herself anymore. She just looks so sad. She looks like a shell of herself these days, because so many people are throwing hate at her. It's honestly quite sad, but a lot of people are like, why are everybody so mad at her anyway? So I'm going to go through, I watched it all go down. So I'm going to go through and show what led up to it the first time she was getting canceled and the second time she's getting canceled. They're canceling her now because she voted for Trump, allegedly. They canceled her a week prior because, what was it they were canceling her for? Oh, because voice recordings got released that she was cussing up a storm about this guy named Charles Wrestler. Here, I'll play some of it for you. She was just pissed. This guy Charles has been making videos about her every day, all day for a year before he took off, by the way. And she was venting to a friend of hers, and she was cussing up a storm. Hell, I would too. Cussing is not the end of the world. It doesn't make you a bad person. It doesn't. But because it's a vast difference from what she's normally like in her videos, everybody's like, oh, that's the real Mama Tot. And she's not a nice person. I mean, they're going overboard with it, but they're canceling her for that. They're canceling her because apparently her ex-father-in-law is a racist, put a C in that. Yeah. Fuck it. This is it. TikTok. I can say he's a racist. Her ex-father-in-law is a really bad racist. There's recordings of him using slurs and speaking poorly on people. And so they're canceling her for that. They're canceling her for the voice audios. They're canceling her because they swear up and down she voted for Trump, even though she made a video and said, I did not vote for Trump. I thought y'all would just know that already. She goes, I'm a proud ally for LGBTQIA+. I believe in love is love. She said, I believe in women's rights. She was, I'm a survivor of abuse myself. What would make you think I wouldn't what would make you think I'd vote for him? Again, I'm just telling you the story. We're not getting in politics. I'm just telling you the story. So even though she did that, people went back 2 years and they showed her making a post about Trump, her love for Trump. So they're like, she's lying to everybody. It's not true. And anyways, they're not letting off the woman's neck. And then the voice audios got released, which I'm going to play some of it for you real quick so you can hear it. And I didn't think it was that bad. The voice audios aren't even that bad. But because it's so different from how she presents herself, everybody's like clutching their pearls. And that proves right along she's such a fraud. And to jump off of what you're saying, Sly, I'm with you on that. Because when you go to vote, yes, we know I don't vote. I'll explain why for those that don't know my reasons. But when you do go to vote, they have it all blocked off for a reason, because that's your privacy. You have a right to not have to share that with anybody. They don't want you seeing who someone's voting for. So you know how crazy it is to step outside of the voting office, the voting ballot or whatever, and go home and then have all these people demanding you to tell them who you voted for on social media. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. It's none of your damn business. Even though I get it, I get that it does make a difference in a lot of regards. But that is someone does have a right to that, to not share that. And for these people to be demanding it or to be canceled or to get hate is fucking crazy. But but the reason I don't vote is because, one, presidents don't have to follow through with what they promise you. It's like a used car salesman. They can promise you the world, and then once they get in office, they don't got to do shit about it. I find it bullshit. I find like it's pointless a lot of the times, because they're just telling you what you want to hear to get voted in most of the time. And also, nobody in the office actually gives a fuck about Native American and indigenous needs. So why waste the time? When they decide to start giving land back and actually focusing on Native American rights, then I'll start voting. But I feel like that's something the government has overlooked so many times. But when they take it serious, then I'll take it serious. Okay, let me find this voice recording. Sorry, this person's posted a lot of videos about her, so I got to find it. Hell, this person got demonetized over posting the Mama Talk audios, actually. And he's got 618,000 followers. He actually follows me on TikTok now, but I haven't talked to him. But him and Mama Talk were friends, and he is a gay man who has a husband who's adopted 2 children, 2 boys, and a lot of people were coming at him. It's called the anti-adoptees or whatever. Like they don't want people adopting children. There's a group of these people, and they were all coming at this guy hardcore. And because Mama Talk was friends with him, mutuals with him, they started spreading hate to her channel. So to get away from it, she blocked him and announced on TikTok that she was not his friend anymore, so she wouldn't get any more heat. And he found out when everybody else found out that they were no longer friends. So he's kind of had a vendetta against her ever since, which I understand it, because that is bullshit. But anyways, where is this damn audio? Is it this one?
Cannot wrap my head around the obsession with this guy. I don't understand. Like, he came out of the woodwork last August, kept doing my videos, and
again, she's talking about the guy that's been following her around and talking shit about her for a year straight, right after her son got K'd. And so the worst timing ever, just a few months later, he started this campaign to go after her, and that's who she's speaking about.
the first one I seen, I ignored Chad. He was not authentic. I felt something off with this guy. Never in a million years would I believe that he was as bad as what I thought. So I decided to ignore this guy. And he could not handle it. So he started to harass me into my Instagram messages. Now, I'm not going to lie. Dan and Lissa, they have access to all of my accounts. Honey, Lissa even has access to my banking accounts. She got it all. Okay.
That sounds crazy as hell. She's talking about Lissa, a lady that she met off of TikTok. And she said she gave that girl access to her social media accounts, which she had 14 million. Check this out. She had 14 million followers, y'all. Now she has 12.5 thousand. That's how many followers she has lost over getting canceled on the past month. But I don't know about you, but there's no way in hell I would give this woman that I met off TikTok access to my bank accounts as well. Ain't no way in hell.
Lisa was kind of like trying to, keep this guy from getting to me. So a lot of this was going on that I didn't even know. I really checked my IG message. I ain't got time. Anyway, so I didn't know any of this was going on for like the first 2 months of this, right? Until the end of December, when this guy makes a hate video accusing me of stealing his idea, when all the fuck I did was make a video and give somebody $100 left over that week on my budget. And I was like, let me give this to someone who needs it. So I made a video for people to put their CashApp in the video. It was great. It was so freaking awesome because everybody else was like blessing other people. And it was, oh my God, it was awesome. Okay. That video sent him over the edge, and he stitched that video and accused me of stealing his idea. Because I have an entire playlist of giveaways. That was not the first time I'd done that. That was probably like the 12th time I had done that since I had been on the app, right?
Hey, Purple, how are you?
And he didn't stop. He got his ass handed to him because of that video. I never replied to the dude. He got his ass handed to him. The internet went nuts on him, and he wouldn't back down. He turned around and said, I'm being bullied. What? He did not stop. This dude went to Reddit, create.
Let me tell you one of the posts he made. It says, what's wrong with Mama Talk now? First video on my FYP this morning was another creator setting up a spot for tea and to eat with her like Mama Talk does for others. Everyone in the comments is obviously ready to write it down for this woman, but of course, no context. Can anybody provide a timeline? Blah, blah, blah. That's another reason they're trying to cancel her, because all of her tater tots will annihilate you. They will ruin your social media account. They will mass report it, everything, if you talk bad about her. And everybody's like, why don't she call them off? And they're telling the truth. She never calls them off. And at one point, yes, she's not responsible for all those people. But on the other side of that, she is very influential. Right. I know. That's what I think too. I think she's very composed compared to what I would be like. Y'all have heard me cuss up a storm for much less. But if she had made a video telling people, do not go to that person's page and say, spread any more hate to them on my behalf. I don't want anything to do with that. It doesn't, like, I want no parts of that. They would actually listen to it, but she's never tried to do that, honestly. And a lot of people feel like she uses it as an excuse. But I don't control everybody, but she's never even tried to call them off. And there's times where they're releasing messages of her saying, I don't have to go over that after that person. My tater tots will do it for me. So that's another reason she's kind of getting canceled.
Mama Tot hate page. They were calling and emailing my friends, tried to get me disqualified from the Cheer Choice Awards. Their dumbasses don't understand. I'm on the fucking board. Anyway, like it was nonstop. Until finally my attorney was like, Opie, doesn't he have a husband or something? Does his husband not understand what he's doing? He can't be like not aware of this. There's got to be somebody that's close to Charles that can like reel him in. So my attorney got in touch with his husband's agent and said, hey, can you get this guy?
So just like we hear on YouTube all the time, someone contacted this guy's husband and family members to tattle on him, to get him to get off the internet or to calm down.
We don't want any problem. We just want to be left alone here. He went to the internet and said that to get his husband fired. You got to fucking be shitting me right now. The dude even got caught creating fake messages using the N word, the F word, the bad FAG word, and tried to play it off like somebody messaged that to him. It got debunked because I have a personal private eye. And he sent all the information to Lisa. And as soon as Charles seen that video, that was it. He was like, yeah, I'm leaving TikTok, blah, blah, blah. So I was silent for 7 months, Chance. Nobody knew that he was tormenting my family like this. I didn't want to bring it to my page. So the guy leaves in January after Lisa comes out with the truth. And we ain't seen him until now. He's coming back with this bullshit. And I am going to...
Let me see. I know he played another video with her recordings. Let me see if I can find it. The first one was a lot more crazier, honestly. Maybe it probably got taken down, honestly. But that's another reason she's getting canceled. But let me read you some of the comments of what people are saying about that voice recording, which, like you said, I don't know how to say your new account name, honestly. Singjay. She sounds very composed in comparison to what most of us talk like. So I don't get to really canceling her over these voice notes. But let me see. And everybody's like, why do you record your friend? It was an audio message. You know how you could send a text message or send an audio message to respond to a text message? It was a message that she recorded and sent out. So someone asked this guy, is it not okay for someone to vent to someone she thinks is her friend? He says, is it okay to end a friendship on TikTok without explanation or warning? She can't be friends with anyone. She's a user. And someone goes, what a nice friend you are, exclamation. He goes, oh, thank you. Too bad she can't say the same. You want to send me some trauma dump recordings too? Like, I mean, he really goes hard, honestly. Let's see. A lot of people are reading him to Philip, but there are a lot of people who's like, that's disgusting. What kind of Christian? Someone goes, wait, stop. She's a Christian, correct? I just need some understanding. He goes, yep, she's a fake Christian who sends witches after heifers. She's a bully. Someone goes, what's wrong with what she's saying? He goes, maybe you could become her friend and listen to her trauma dump on you on a loop. I've got no time for the queen of handouts. Like, my, oh my. Someone goes, dang, the language alone is disappointing. Oh, he says he's got it on his YouTube. Let's look it up. Hold on. Let's see. I've never listened to the full thing on YouTube. Let's listen to it. Oh, there's his page. Because, I mean, on TikTok, they're very picky about what gets said. So maybe she said a lot more. I only see 3 minutes and 23 seconds, but let's see. She did. Like I said, her son just got K'd. And the reason this guy Charles was going after her is because he created this foundation called Dreammaker. And Dreammaker is where doctors and therapists and businessmen and consumers and everybody all link up. And if someone needs something, instead of raising money, Charles would get a doctor to donate a surgery or donate their time, or a dentist to donate dental work, or a businessman to donate a car for someone that needs a car, and no money's exchanged between their hands, right? So that's his whole foundation. He's been in People magazine, everything. Like, he made it really big. He's been on the ABC News, everything with his foundation. Well, he went to Mom and Talk trying to get more TikTok celebrities to come on board with him, and he asked her to help out, and she turned him down and said that she just couldn't do it at that time. Well, a week later, someone needed some money for groceries, so she sent that person $100. Like, she made a video and said, I'm going to just send you the money, or I'm going to send you $100 so you could get whatever it is you need. And Charles caught wind of that and is like, she's ruining my foundation. How dare she do that? That's not what Dreammaker's about. Well, she wasn't doing it for Dreammaker. She was doing it because she wanted to help out someone. She had already told him no. But he took that as of her trying to take away his idea and his foundation. And she's putting a bad spin on his name. And she's, stupid shit. And again, her son had just died like a month before that, got K'd. So you take all that into him making all these, he's back at it tenfold. You would not believe how many videos he makes about Mama Tot now, but he's back at it tenfold. But he did that for a year straight until he finally got chased off of TikTok for it by all her tater tots. And since the voice recordings came out that I'm about to play for you, all of it, when those got posted, Charles is like, this is my time to come back. But people are finally seeing through Mama Tot. And so he came back, and now he's just releasing all these messages, and every video is about take accountability. If you'll just, thank you. I appreciate that. If you don't believe it, that's fine. But that doesn't affect me whatsoever. Thank you. And send it again if you want. But anyway, so let me pull up that. But the whole fight was stupid. That's all I'm saying. It was totally uncalled for, especially the time frame. And again, if that was being done to any of us, the rest of us, we wouldn't have been as nice as she was in that little clip. But let's pull up the whole clip and listen to it. Where's real where we need them? Thank you for the $4.99 jelly, whatever. I don't know what the hell their name was. That's how unimportant it was. Okay. And I am going to just put something on the overlay because, no, not that, this. Just to try to hide some of it a little bit. Thank you for being my first super chat of the night. I appreciate you. Right. He just was mad that she didn't take him up on his offer and join his movement. She wanted to do it on her own accord. And this voicemail is her explaining why she did. She said she felt something was off with his energy. And I'll show you one of his videos and you'll kind of get it. He's very condescending. He's very, in my opinion, he's very condescending. He becomes all very fake in everything he says. And he, honestly, every video I've seen of this guy is just full manic mode in every video. In my opinion, that is. So let's listen to this. Wait, let me make sure y'all won't hear echo. Hold on. Okay. It should be good. If you don't hear it though, let me know.
Okay. Just read this with me. Feel free to DM me and I'll share the voice memo of your beloved creator saying she will not stop until I'm dead. Are you fucking kidding me, you psychopath? Don't you? First of all, who talks like that? Who says I won't stop until they're dead? Who fucking talks like that? Not me. His ass does because he's fucking crazy. But this motherfucker is back to his sleazy ass sliding in people's DMs with his lies and defamatory statements. And she did this. And first of all, I would never even say that because I wasn't the one doing anything to this man. I was silent for 7 damn months. I ignored every bit of this psychotic fucking lunatic in the goddamn world. This motherfucker is crazy, Chaz. He is crazy.
I guess that explains why that first video got taken down. She did drop a lot of F-bombs, but again, who cares? She's an adult. Hopefully y'all can hear what's being played though.
And third, don't you think if he had me on a voice record saying I won't stop until he's dead, he would.
Thank you so much, Jelly. Thank you. Thank you. Keep it coming. Hold on, y'all. Someone needs to get.
I fucking denounce you. You're fucking denounced!
Oh, this one's even more perfect for you, Jelly. Hold on.
Every dark-sided person, get out of my house. If you believe in Jesus, you can stay here. Don't stay in my house if you're dark-sided. I don't want to see a book of witches. I don't want to see anything, any stars. I don't want to see any of this dark-sided psychics, all the things, tarot card reading. I rebuke it in the name of the Lord.
There. I rebuked myself for you. You're welcome. Hopefully that tickled your pickle and you could get some sleep tonight. All right, back to it.
He wouldn't have already released that. No, he don't have anything like that. I ain't never in my world said it. Now, I might have said to Lissa, I hope his ass fell off a turnpike one day, and I meant that shit. But I have never in my damn life said that I was going to harass this man or I wouldn't stop until I've never did anything to this crazy ass man. And Chaz, get this. Have you ever heard of a man named Tony Heesh? Apparently, he was the creator of Zappos. Now, I don't know what Zappos. I mean, I knew of the lighter back in the day, but I don't know. Anyway, this guy looks too young for that. Anyway,
Jelly, I'm so glad you're still playing. Hey, you know what? If you get up to 20, I'll turn off all the ads. That way you can sit here and see and send super chats without the interruption. I'll do that just for you. I really appreciate the support. Thank you for supporting my psychotic wishes of speaking to the dead. I really appreciate you. And I hope you pay a membership so you can watch me while I do it. Thank you in advance. Okay? Okay.
Wait. Lived in Las Vegas. Charles Wrestler was working with this guy. And some of Charles's ex-co-workers have reached out to Lissa via TikTok and was like, dude, this guy is crazy. I'm worried for you. He did the same thing to Tony Hesh. Tony Hesh is dead now. He committed, like, you can Google his name and it tells, like, it's, anyway, Charles got ran out of Las Vegas and went to LA. Now, that's when he started working with, like,
which Charles showed receipts that that's not true whatsoever, and showed the last message of this guy and what he had to say about Charles before he unexpectedly passed away. So just so you know, that was debunked with receipts.
Like Kylie Jenner and some company of skincare or something. And apparently something else happened with Proactive. That's the name. Proactive. And Charles got rent up out of that company. Like, this dude is psychotic. And I am telling you right now, Chaz, I am telling you, if this motherfucker says my goddamn name one fucking time, I am going to lose my shit, and people will not fucking recognize me on TikTok because they have never seen me mad before. They have never seen me mad before, honey. But I'm telling you, let him say my damn name. He's only a few short people away from having 1,000 followers. And you mark my damn words, because a narcissist has to narcissist. He will be going live all day, all night, doing this same bullshit that he did last time, claiming he is a victim of cyberbullying by Mama Tot and her people, when Mama Tot and her people never did, said, or any fucking thing about this dude. He was so mad that I would not acknowledge him on my account. I never.
That's actually not true. Her assistant, Lissa, was putting out a lot of videos about Charles. So is this guy, Chaz, the one that's now that exposed this video. He was putting out videos to come to her defense. Like all the other creators that were big creators with her and mutuals with her were all putting out videos coming to her defense. So her hands would be clean, in essence. So that to say that nobody was going after him, yes, they were. I was around when it happened last year, and his whole chat, his whole comment section is full of people claiming they're tater tots and how much they hate him. He better stop, and they ride for Dawn for her. And so he does get a lot of hate and harassment, to be clear.
Never will. But you say my goddamn name and you gonna wish you fucking didn't.
Oh, thank you. I like to be off my rocker. It's more fun. It's like a roller coaster. You know, you never know what's going to happen next. Better than being boring. I guess I did tick your old pickle. Oh, and there we go.
And the truth shall set you free, motherfuckers. And there it is. And there it is.
And there it is. Now we know. Welcome to the club. Okay. So this is what Chaz had to say about that video. Listen to the unhinged rant I posted on TikTok from her. It puts sailor language to shame. It really doesn't. That if you think that's worse than sailor language, listen to one of my streams when I'm mad. It was a trauma dump on me, one of many. I got my own issues still with. She's exhausting. Like, I think it was overboard. I don't even think her videos are that bad. But again, that's not even the only reason. They're also saying that she's using, and I do not agree with these opinions. This is what people say. I'm just filling you in why people are canceling her. So they're canceling her for the Trump thing. They're canceling her for that video. They're canceling her for the hate and her tater tots and all that other shit. But they're also saying that she stole a bunch of money. So when her son dies, a friend of hers created a GoFundMe, and it made over $200,000 within 48 hours, right? Which Mama told that person to shut down the GoFundMe, that was more than enough. And it was supposed to pay for the son's funeral. And she did had a really nice funeral for him. But the rest of that money, she started a foundation in his name called Randon's Way. And people are saying that all that money, she used all that money for her shopping addiction. And because she does all these shopping videos, which a lot of people do. It's not that big of a deal. But they're saying she stole that money. She committed fraud, that she didn't pay the IRS, that there is no foundation. It's all fake. And that she uses her my baby child, which that's what how she refers to her youngest son. And that she used that. And every time she uses that, she hears cha-ching. Like, it's really just fucked up things to say. And for someone that claims that they were her friend at the time, when that all happened, like, I just find that really fucked up. But let me show you this Charles guy, and you'll see that he's actually pretty fucking crazy. 1 second. And you'll hear the way he talks about, I don't know, like, maybe he can't help it, and that's just the way he talks. I don't know. But they're also saying that Mama Todd's accent is completely fake. I do think she exaggerates some words she says, but I don't think her accent's fake. But hell, there's a lot of people who, make it more dramatic, like Michaela Noguera. There's a guy named Cajun Dan. He speaks a lot of his accent to sound more Cajun when, like, you could tell some people. But again, a lot of people do that on TikTok, especially. All right, let's see. Let me show you one of these videos of him going after her. I mean, every fucking video that he has made since he has come back has been about her. And he's got, hell, does it tell me how many videos he's uploaded? I wish it did. Like, on YouTube, it tells us how many videos were uploaded, but let's see. And he got found out for calling CPS on another creator, supposedly, where he was trying to get this woman. This woman had a child that's very sick, and he felt like she wasn't doing enough for the kid. So he created a Reddit page. Like, he created a Reddit hate page about Mama Tot called not a tater tot, or not this tater tot, or some shit like that. And he was talking to some of the mods and telling them to call CPS on one of these other ladies, telling them to try to get her sick child taken from her. Again, not Mama Tot's sick child, but one of her accomplices' sick child, which is really fucked up too. Because apparently he felt she wasn't doing enough. Let's see. Okay, this should be a good example of the kind of shit he says. All right, let me pull this up. I know, but she says it's not her. She says it's she. Coach, your voice is so distinctive. I don't even know why you try to say that's not you. Even with what's it called? Voice audio app or whatever, like change your voice. Nobody could replicate that voice, in all honesty. Thank God, but nobody could do that. That is you completely unequivocally, and there's messages, or like, you've admitted it, from my understanding, you've admitted it in messages and streams before to people. So, don't know what to say. Just own your shit. I mean, yeah, we've all been caught doing some shit we shouldn't have done. All right, this is Charles. I know. And he puts up his own proof that he is the one that did the whole CPS thing to this lady.
Voice memos of Ophelia Nichols, aka Mama Tot, going on a rageful rant about me and telling one lie after the next about me to a
You could barely hear this
creator
shit.
named Chazinator were leaked by him yesterday because he felt that I deserved some vindication.
If you can't hear that very loud, I'll mute myself, and that way y'all can hear it better. But he's responding to the voice messages that Chaz had just released. Yeah, I can't make the screen larger. Hold on, let me try. Okay, that's as good as I could get it. All right, I'm going to mute myself so y'all can listen to it.
vindication that I deserved for the truth to be out there. There's something in that video that just really got under my skin because it had to do with a very dear friend of mine.
Oh, and Chaz, get this. Have you ever heard of a man named Tony Heesh? Apparently, he was the creator of Zappos. Now, I don't know what Zappos. I mean, I knew of the lighter back in the day, but I don't know. Anyway, this guy looks too young for that. Anyway, lived in Las Vegas. Charles Wrestler was working with this guy, and some of Charles's ex-co-workers have reached out to Lissa via Tinder. Says my
was done in downtown Las Vegas talking about me, and I'm going to share that right now so you can all hear from Tony, who's no longer with us, what he actually thought about me.
Charles Wrestler is a unicorn and a flying monkey all rolled up into one underneath a rainbow of energy.
The truth is, I loved that man. I thought he was a visionary. I considered him a friend. Even after we stopped working together and I left Las Vegas, we stayed in touch sometimes, and I even saw him at my best friend's wedding. And to insinuate that I somehow went on some psychotic, crazy, the way she paints me on TikTok is just
Now
so
I'm going
cool.
to just
Just
scroll
so
through his
cool,
videos
especially
so we
given
can see
everything
how
that
many
she's been
videos are
through. You
about
would
Mama
think
Talk,
that
'cause
something like
you
the
catch
death of
the
a friend
drift.
would be off limits. Guess what, guys? I have the receipts. But first, let's hear from Ophelia in her own words.
never in a million years will I believe that he was as bad as what I thought. So I decided to ignore this guy.
Let's take a pause here and just look at this. She ignored me, or was she becoming my friend?
And he could not
He gives me the
handle
creeps
it.
too.
So he
Hey,
started
Adam.
to harass me in my Instagram messages.
Now that we've established that she didn't ignore me and that that's a lie.
Okay, so
let's
there's
get
that.
into
Those two
the
videos.
Instagram message.
Again, you can find him on TikTok, Charles Wrestler. Every
I'm not saying I agree
video
with what all
is about Mama Tot or one of her accomplices, and he uploads 5 or 6
But
videos a
seriously,
fucking
you've
day.
got to be fucking kidding me. My video yesterday sharing receipts of the truth of what happened to me, they're very, very damning. If you haven't seen it, it's private right now because yesterday I was slammed with a community guideline violation, which I won the appeal on, so I immediately made the video private. I know the way these people work. In fact, I actually said in my caption that a certain person was going to have this video community guideline violated. What I'm asking you to do is turn this into a game with me. If you would like to amplify the voice, if you would like to share the truth.
But anyways, one of the main things he's doing is he's telling all these creators that you can come on to my side and help me take down Mama Tot and all her accomplices, and I'll spare you. Or if you refuse to do that, then you're going to go down with them in a bunch of flames or some shit. But he's like flat out threatening and blackmailing them with some shit, and think that that's going to help. It's not going to help anything. 1 second. He'll talk, and then there was one lady that, anyways, I'm not going to get into it, but I'm just going to show you the threat he put out recently. All of these are all about this bullshit. Oh, and here's this guy. Oh, and that's the other thing they're canceling Mama Tot for. So with the hurricane, Hurricane Helene, when the hurricane came through, hey, Michelle, how are you? When the hurricane came through, Mama Tot put out a video backed off of this guy named Yeehaw J or something. Yeehaw J, something like that. Let me look. I can't get to it. That's Yeehaw Jace, I think is what it is. But Mama Tot saw his video. He's in North Carolina in the really hard hit areas where he was crying and saying how no help is coming to them, whatever. So Mama Tot put out a video saying how, are y'all not mad? I'm so effing mad. The government's doing nothing for these people. $750 is nothing. What's that supposed to do? And How are they supposed to apply for help when they don't even have internet? They don't have a way. They can't get out of their driveways. And so she made a video saying how she's pissed off that the government is not doing enough for the people that were affected by Hurricane Helene. And that's what started the ball of her getting canceled. Because everybody's like, that. Those are Trump's words. That proves it. She's a Trumpster. Everybody cancel Mama Tot. And she's putting out false information. And she's trying to gaslight everybody. And she's trying to extort this horrible tragedy to get people to feel sympathy for her and all this stuff, and saying how she's blaming FEMA on Biden when it's not Biden's fault. It's just all political shit. But that's what started the ball rolling. And they were putting words in her mouth saying that she claimed that $750 was the only money that was going to be given to them by FEMA, which at no point in her video. Anyways, that's what started the ball rolling. Then it came out that the voice memo. So again, that just could, she, like I said, she lost over 2 million or almost 2 million people just in the span of a month because of all this stuff coming out. So with Charles, with Chaz putting out those voice audios, with the FEMA and hurricane stuff, with her being a Trumpster supposedly, with her ex-father-in-law being a huge racist, allegedly, all of that. And it's getting worse and worse and worse. And like I said, if you look at one of the videos of her after all this hit, you'll see she's not even herself anymore. But here's Charles going off of this Yeehaw Jace person who also turned on Mama Tot. Even though she was making a video to, make his voice, louder because she's a huge channel. He wasn't. She did a video in response to his pleading for help. And in response, he turned his back on her. Now he calls her every name in the book. It would blow your mind. I'll play that video. It'll blow your mind the way he talks about her. He calls her a stupid blonde bimbo, like all sorts of things.
Well, tater tots, you've just qualified as a criminal gang. Pause to read.
What do you need to hear?
And I mean qualified completely. Pause to read again. And looky there. Pause to read. I know several people that qualify for that. Not to mention, Mother gets a harsher sentence. All felonies. As well as AK, Lisa, Jason Hernandez, Leslie. Oh, Tater HQ. Hopefully you can do it from the state pen, baby. Can you say cooperating witness? Okay.
Okay. It's just not loud enough through my computer. So give me a second. I will do, Adam. I will check my emails. Well, I hope you're doing okay, Adam. I hate to hear that you got an emergency situation going on. All right, let me show you. Because, like I said, this video that this guy Jace did was messed up. I mean, I've never heard anybody talk about her like that. Okay, give me a second. But like I said, this Charles guy just won't let it go. He did 8 months after her son just died, and he disappeared for like 7 months, and now he's back with a vengeance because Chaz put out his video of her cussing up a storm. It's just really messed up. And like I said, for Chaz to use that voice audio of when she was going through all that, again, her son, with her son just passing, I don't know. I just think it was a low blow. But at the same time, she was a shit friend to throw him to the wolves because anti-adoptee groups were going after Chaz because him and his husband adopted 2 boys, which his boys are now grown, to be clear. But these people are against people adopting, which sounds so fucking stupid. That doesn't make any sense if you ask me. All right, let me find where he cusses her out. Hold on. He just did it the other day. But it's louder through my phone. Not that one. Sorry, y'all. Give me 1 second. Like I said, I was just going to put it all in a pre-recorded video with all the receipts. But since we're talking about it anyways. Dude, these people upload way too many videos. Is it raining? Give me a second. Yeah, it is. We haven't had rain in a minute.
In real time, I'm watching people. Let's have a cordial conversation. You're elevated. Oh, whatever do you have to take the stairs?
Dude, he has a whole playlist now dedicated going after Ophelia. The guy that she was defending during the hurricane. That doesn't make, that's crazy.
I can't believe we thought we had a chance for it. And the 3 abortions that you had before all this time didn't get on my for the last time, honey. I left it alone for 2
I wonder if this is it.
weeks. I said a fucking word about you, and you still ain't called off your dogs. If I went to a fucking dog park and my little ankle biter, my little Yorkie, hit somebody, do you think they'd be coming after Pikachu or whatever the fuck his name is? Fuck no, they'd be coming after me. Because I'm the source, I'm the owner, I'm the reason that it was here at the park and bit the person, right? Okay. Well, you can't sit back and deny that your little fucking ankle biters are nipping at everything I fucking do, and still are. And then you don't have any control over it. Fuck you, you fucking blonde bimbo. Kiss my goddamn ass.
See?
I'm telling you right now, I will file a fucking federal lawsuit and take every goddamn penny you have and donate it to a fucking organization that deals with prison reform and incarcerated black men. And I know how close that cause is to your heart, you fucking bitch. Don't try me. Do not try me. Either that or I'll fight you until you can't fight no more. You ain't got any left. You don't fucking know me, bitch. I have tried to put it to bed. I have so much more to give this world than your surface level bullshit. Oh, we want to see that, blah, 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 blah. So much more to give the world. Okay? And I don't need you to make my content. I really don't need you, like, if you would just disappear off into, like, the sunset. I don't really care what you do, but get off my ass. I promise it would be in your best interest. I mean, extort, I don't need a fucking penny you got, but I guarantee you that black prison reform does. Oh, that fucking bitch.
Like, what is with all the hate for her? That's insane.
You tell me. They make accusations in the people's court. Oh my God. But what do you say against gay marriage?
But
I'm against gay marriage.
anywho's, yeah, I'll have to get the rest of that out. But like I said, if you saw her now, let me see. Let me just try to pull it. I mean, I'm pretty sure most of you have seen a Mama Talk video where she's normally very like motherly, you know, obviously that's her whole thing. But after they accused her of being a Trumpster, she uploaded a new profile picture in a blue sweater. And I do feel like that was trying to tell people like, hey, I'm not a Trumpster. I voted for Kamala. But it did not work. Let me show this video. And apparently she went to the hospital recently over this shit. I don't know. It's all TikTok people, but Mama Talk is someone. Okay, so you don't know anything about her? So how it started is she was on TikTok just regularly, never uploaded videos before. She came across this young woman who was going to the prom, and she had uploaded a video of her in her dress, and she said, I wanted to show y'all my dress. I showed it to my mom and she said it was ugly and that I'll never look good in anything or some shit like that. So Mama Tot decided to make her first ever TikTok video, and she made a video stitching that person's video, like, you know, showing clip of it and responding to it, saying, hey, my little tater tot, you look beautiful in that dress. You look perfect, you know, stuff like that. And she said that she started doing that because she has a narcissistic mother and she was thinking of what she would like her a loving mom to tell her back when she was young. And so that created her platform. And she's been doing that for like since the pandemic. And that's been her whole thing. And she has a massive army of people that fight for her every day, that love and adore her. But now every other video is like people ripping her to shreds. And again, it's all because they think she's a Trumpster and they think that she's very vocal on her platform, that she's an ally, that she cares about equality, that she loves everybody. And they're like, she's a fake and a fraud because you can't be all those things and then vote for Trump. When again, she made a video stating clearly, I did not vote for him. So y'all can stop now. But people, like I said, went back to timeline going back years ago of her showing videos that she was like pro-Trump. It's just, it's crazy to, anyways, it's just, this is what how she is after the fact of all these people going at her.
You'll never find another like me. I'm the last of my kind. I'm the last of my kind.
I gotta mute. It's just that song because fair use, it'll get demonetized, the whole stream. It's just that video saying I'm last of my kind, but she doesn't even seem like herself when usually her videos are all, hey, my little tater tot, and she just
take our statements.
Let me see if I can find the video where how she normally is, or where she's like, I didn't vote for him, get off my ass. Of course, she didn't say it like that, but in a roundabout way, she did. Hold on, what's this video for? Oh, it's just her giving out messages. Hold on. I want to find where she was starting to respond to all the hate that she was getting. Hold on 1 second. Unless she deleted them. She says she doesn't delete any of her videos, so we'll see. And then people, even crazier, people started digging in her past and saying that she gave up her kids to go with her ex-husband, so she didn't even raise her kids. So that also proves she's a fraud because wasn't even a mother to her own children, and that she left her marriage with her husband, with the kid's father, to be with her now husband, and was with him before they were split, or like she ran out on her husband and children to go be with this new man that she's now married to. I mean, all sorts of shit. Here, I'll play some of that. Like, people are going off on her. Well, she says she didn't do politics, but now she kind of got forced into it. Oh, fine.
Like this. And I hope that you will see it for what it is. You probably won't because you don't want to, because therefore it won't match the narrative that you're trying to paint. Okay? But I want you to think about this. You are a stranger trying to tell another stranger
I'll read the comment.
What she lived through.
The comment says, you got with Derek, her now husband. You got with Derek before you got divorced, so you cheated on your husband. Who are you kidding? You lost your children in the divorce. You are not the person you claim to be.
Their life years ago. Do you understand that? You're trying to tell a stranger what she went through years ago that you don't know.
Sounds familiar.
That you don't know. So most likely somebody's probably said this to you and you thought it sounded good because you think it makes me look bad. Okay. But it's not true. And you just roll with it. You just rolled with it. But you've been influenced But if you'd like to know, I'm assuming you ain't heard me on podcasts before, and that's okay. Not everybody listens to everything or sees everything that I do, but I'd be happy to tell you this. Before I get started, my children are grown. Ask them anything you want, honey, okay? But you won't get this. Not now, not ever. I've said many times before on my platform, me and my ex-husband, we didn't go by what anybody said. We did things our way, okay? Because we did what was right for our kiddos until I had to make some executive decisions as a mama because things over there at Dad's house wasn't so good anymore when the kids would be at Dad's house. Anyway, so when I was signed, first of all, no, I did not cheat on my ex-husband with my husband now. No, not at all. By the time I signed my divorce papers, my ex-husband and his girlfriend at the time, which ended up being his wife, they'd already moved into, well, he moved into.
Anyways. Which, again, that's how people are. Even on YouTube, they think they know your life better than you do. Okay. I want to find where she talks about the politics thing. Let me show you how she responded to Chaz releasing those videos. Because she was pissed off about those.
I was friends with a content. Narcissistic. Okay. I was friends with a content creator probably for about like a year. And I was friends with this person during the time that I was being stalked and harassed by an actual stalker. Like I had to hire an attorney. I had to do a lot of things to protect myself from this person because they had Papa Tot thinking that they was going to show up at my house, honey. Like that's how bad it was. Like every day it was something else and nothing was true. This person did everything. Oh my Jesus. Everything to turn people against me, to paint me as this person. I have never did not one damn thing that this person has ever said I said or did. I did none of it. It's all lies. Sadly, some people believed them, but for the majority, they kind of saw like right through it because they were watching me. I never made a video about this person. I just didn't. I talked about a video one time that I was being stalked and I didn't know what to do, but their name was already filtered out of my comment section, so nobody could even known it was them. So anytime they come across them, all they heard was Mama taught this and Mama taught that from them, not from me. I didn't direct nobody to this person. Anyway, in the midst of this, I became friends with another content. Well, I thought they were my friend. And hold on a second. Anyway, so all of my closest friends, like Lissa, Dan, Kim, Kelly, like everybody knew what I was dealing with. Like everybody was just on guard. They were not talking about it. I wasn't talking about it. We were never going to acknowledge that person on my platform. That's all they ever wanted. And they did this to me because I didn't want to do something for them. And I didn't want to do something for them because I didn't feel I felt something was wrong. And boy, was I right. Okay. Anyway, so we just all stayed silent about it. Well, after dealing with the stalking and harassing for 7 months, I'm talking finding my mother, reaching out to her. Like you guys would not believe like what I actually dealt with 7 months straight. And it started just right after I lost my son, just 2 months, September of 2022. And it didn't end till like February of 2023, something like that. But anyway, the reason it did end was because my girlfriend Lissa was like, I can't do this no more. I am done. I'm done being silent. I cannot watch you go through this anymore because it was so bad on me. I relapsed on my eating disorder. And what that looks like for me is that I don't eat. I didn't eat for I relapsed on my eating disorder, which was very disheartening for myself. And honestly, I think it was that kind of like sent Lissa over the edge. And she was like, I need to get the truth out here and I'm going to do this the right way. And she did. And within like a day or two, the stalker said, I'm out. I'm going off the app. Whew, I woke up that next morning for the first time in peace because all I wanted was for that person to leave me alone. Just leave me alone. I'm sorry I didn't want to work with you. Just leave me alone. I don't wish them any harm. None of that, right? Just leave me alone. So I finally had peace. Like even like, I won't tell that anyway, but in the midst of this, again, like my closest friend or who I thought was a close friend, everybody heard me venting. Everybody heard me cussing up a storm. Everybody was like hearing me saying, I don't know what else to do. This won't leave me alone. Everybody heard me say this, like on the phone, everybody. Anyway, as I thought I was friends with this content creator, I ended up ending my friendship for something that happened. Wasn't anything that I did to them. Wasn't anything that I did at all to them. I just knew I needed to end a friendship because there were things saying that I did not like and I didn't stand behind. And I didn't want to be friends with somebody like that. Not on social media, not in person, not anywhere. I didn't want to be friends with somebody like that. And it all came, it's like the veil lifted off of me. I kind of seen the person for how I did not see them as before. And yeah, that really hurt me. But anyway, I ended the friendship. And because I ended the friendship, all year long, this person has made multiple videos telling you lies, of course. Do I defend myself? Nope, not at all. Never going to. Don't even want to acknowledge this person. Anyway, but here we are, and this person has decided to upload voice notes that they saved from a year ago because of these conversations we had about my stalker and how mentally exhausted it was for me to deal with that. And I don't know if anybody's ever been through something like that. And if you have, my freaking heart goes out to you because it's bad enough for thousands of people to attack you. But it is so much worse when you have somebody that is so obsessed about ruining your life in any way, shape, or form that they will not stop. And you will not believe. It would take hours for me to talk about every single thing that this person did to myself and my family because it was sick. But anyway, back to this ex-content creator friend. Yep, I broke away from the friendship. I started seeing some things that I didn't like. The feelings of someone being vindictive. I didn't like it. It don't sit right. I don't like it. So I ended the friendship. And because of that, I've basically, this person does the same thing that the other person did, still does. And why they saved a voice note from a year ago during this very stressful time of my life where I thought I could lean on my friend and because they understood me. Hell, they told me they understood me. They told me it was terrible what I was going through. That person was wild and crazy. Like they was on my side about this person over here was awful, like awful. But anyway, yeah, that person decides to, release the audio and as if I have something to apologize. Nope, I don't have anything to apologize for.
Nope, she stood on it.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I was put through hell and that person knew I was put through hell. And again, I'm not going to acknowledge them on my platform because apparently that's all that they want me to do. And I'm just not going to do it. But yeah, I went through hell. I sure did. And still go through it. Still go through it. But one thing about
and she's talking about a guy named Chazinator, but now Chazinator and that Charles guy are now linked up to take down Mama Tot. But like I said, it was already in process before Charles came back and before that voice note got uploaded because of the whole hurricane thing and the Trump thing. They were already turning on her, and them uploading that stuff at that time was just like, I mean, he said he lost 9,000 followers when she made a video telling everybody she was done with Chaz. He lost 9,000. She lost almost 2 million over this stuff. And again, less than a month. It's crazy.
One thing about me is that I am different and I do not fight fire with fire. And I show up every day with love and unity and joy and everything that I can to make somebody else's day better because it heals me. So I'm different than that. So I think the bigger concern should be, why would you do that to somebody? So maybe I just think differently. But yeah, I went through hell. That person knows I went through hell. And, that's just what some people do. They try to make something look like it's not.
All right. I want to find the political videos.
Thank you. Just some help for information, okay? If you on the phone with your friend because you telling them what you're going through and you on there just cussing and fussing because you got every daggone reason to do it. Makes you feel better, okay? One thing about me is I ain't afraid to cuss, okay? Because it makes me feel better. If I'm going through something and somebody is really torturing me and tormenting me and really putting me through hell, you think I'm going to sit here and be all nice about it? No. I might love on people, but let me tell you something. Some people don't deserve it because some people don't love on you back. And some people are just out to hurt you. But I'll say it with a quickness. I will cuss because it makes me feel better. And that don't make me a bad person. That don't make me anything. That makes me a human being with real emotions. And if anybody else judges you for that, they really gonna sit there and act like you don't cuss whenever somebody's doing something to you. Oh my Lord. Oh my Lord. Lord. Matter of fact, I'm fixing to go in here and get in the shower. And I'm going to start cussing in the shower just because I feel like it. Make you feel better.
That was funny.
Just some help.
That was right. The same day Chaz uploaded the video clips.
Please excuse this mess behind me.
Like, she gave a makeover away, and they
No,
even
your
said she's
brother,
fake
but
about that.
If I had to take a guess.
I really want to get to the political. Hold on.
Lord, don't I know. Ooh, let me tell you something.
She said she almost deleted her whole channel over this stuff. Let's see.
Mom shaming, like, is very traumatic. It triggers me when I see people mom shaming somebody. I had postpartum after I had my baby child, and I'd had him and my son Cole like back to back. They're literally 13.
That's not the one I'm talking about.
It really only took me like 5 minutes.
Sorry, I don't remember the exact video. I just got to get to it.
Me? Mm-hmm. Okay, good idea. I'm a little tatter tots. Prepare. So,
Good Lord. I don't see how people upload this many videos, honestly. Hell, there's people that upload 6 videos on TikTok a day. I'll do maybe 3 a month. Sometimes 3 every
have y'all
2
seen
months.
it?
Subject says you are.
Come on.
Today is a good day.
Okay. Should be coming up soon.
There are okay, I need a dentist to help me really fast if they have.
No.
I'm a little tatter tot.
Talk about more hurricane stuff.
Bye.
Sorry, y'all. I know it's close. You don't have to stay and watch. I get it. I'm just trying to find it. Lord.
I would try that recently. I had to sneak away.
I wish I
got
remember
my
what video.
vowels,
Okay, I know
which
it's coming up,
are
though.
beautiful.
Fuck it. Hold on. I'm sorry. Just give me a second. Hey, Ginger. How are you? Hey, Laurel. How are you? Yes, this is the lady that they say support Trump. Now, they have shown proof. I've seen it myself. They found an Instagram account of hers, allegedly, where she said, I just voted for Trump. And she's wearing the sticker and all that. And that's what the caption says. I just voted for Trump back when he ran last time. And her husband is very Trump. Like, he's very big into Trump. But again, people demanding to know who she voted for or she's going to get canceled and chased off TikTok. No one has a right to do that. I understand the importance of it. I do, because it's about morals and it's about what you align with. But at the same time, you can't bully someone into it. That's bullshit. We're allowed privacy when you vote for a reason. Hold on. No, don't care about that. Hold on, y'all. We're getting closer to it. And that's the hurricane. I guess she deleted the video where she said she voted for Kamala because it should have already popped up. Here it is. This isn't the video about who she voted for. This is the video that started, and this is what made her start to get canceled. Okay. This is what everybody started like, I can't believe her. That's Trump's logic. She's just repeating MAGA information, shit like that. And I don't get it. I didn't catch that from this at all. And just because, anyways, just watch it.
Because I'm mad as hell. You know that mad that...
No, this is TikTok stuff.
You just get so angry that you just cry about it. You're so mad, you just cry about it. That's how mad I am. Like, they have lost everything. Everything. Imagine walking outside of your house and seeing nothing that you ever worked hard for, just gone. I've seen houses just completely just slide down the mountain. I'm seeing people making videos because they can't find family members. How are they supposed to apply for something if they don't have electricity that does not get their baby fed in this moment? Like, the job they had, the building is gone. Like, how is nobody mad? I'm so fucking mad. You ain't mad.
That's it. That was the video that started.
I'm mad as hell.
This is why everybody was like,
you know that mad that you just get so angry that you just cry about it. You're so mad you just cry about it. That's how mad I am. Like, they have lost everything.
Good Lord, that took forever. That little video that you just heard is why everybody's like, that proves she's a Trumpster. Cancel her. How? How did that prove anything? It didn't prove shit to me. I don't get why everybody's like that. That's all his rhetoric and whatever. Just on TikTok, she's under Ophelia or at Shoe Lover 99. I think it's 99. Hold on, let me make sure. But y'all got to see some of these hate videos people have made about her. But she definitely deleted who she voted for because she made a video specifying, no, I voted for Kamala. Are you happy now? Can y'all stop now? And anyways, it didn't change anything. It just made people go harder at her, actually. People think she does have a right to keep that private. She's under Shoe Lover 99 on TikTok. She had 14 million followers. Now she's at 12.5 just because everybody thinks she voted for Trump, which is pretty stupid. To me, it's just about how you treat people and the kind of person you are. But I mean, on one hand, I get why they feel like they need to know, but on the other hand, I really don't. All right, let me try to find some of these hate videos so you can see it. So you can see like everybody's response to that little bit right there. Let's see. And what's even crazy, there's this one lady named Lizzie called Lizzie the Liberal that came out. This will blow your mind. She came out, she kind of led the whole cancel Mama Tot situation, right? Just last week, she got exposed for being Ray, you know what, herself. Okay, that sounded gross. She got found out herself, like actually saying a bunch of racist shit. And she was the one trying to cancel Mama Tot for who she supposedly voted for. And like this woman says, oh, I didn't remember saying that. I didn't know that was racist. And there's no way she could say the thing she said and her not know it was racist. That's all I could say. Like blows my mind that she was the one that everybody was listening to go after Mama Tot, and the whole time. Oh my God, I can't even repeat the thing she said, and I won't because I don't I don't repeat slurs. I'll leave it at that. Okay, hold on. It keeps taking away the search option for me. Give me a second. Why does the search keep going away? Creator tools, no. I'm not logged in, so I should be able to search, and I can't. For you? No, I don't need for you. Huh. It's want me to log in, and I'm not going to fucking log in. I cannot find the search on this. It was just there a minute ago. I guess, I mean, like, after I looked up Mama Tot, it went away. Let me try this again. Search. But I will say, as far as JY showing his ballot, like, I didn't know that was a law. You couldn't show that, actually. So sometimes it blows my mind what people try to get others arrested over. But I didn't see what he showed. I don't watch him. So I can't remember the last time I actually watched his stuff. I just heard that he was calling me scum because I was replaying streams of mine from years ago that people asked to see. And all I'd say is that don't watch if you don't like it. Okay, hold on. I'm not sure what the heck they're talking about. Talking about buildings coming down is a MAGA. No, they're saying that the $750 is a Trump talking point. I am not knowledgeable whatsoever, honestly. I just nowhere close to that. Never, never, never. Girl, I got my GED at 16. I've been done with school since then. Hold on, let me try to find this for y'all. But they're saying the 750 was a Trump talking point, but he wasn't the only one that said that shit. All over TikTok, people are saying only $750. That's all you're giving. All you're giving people who lost everything. What's that supposed to do? A lot of people were saying that on TikTok, not knowing that was just the initial money for the immediate relief, and he had to apply to get more. Like, a lot of people didn't know that, or they didn't pay attention. But that doesn't prove anything. So I'm sure as hell not a Trumpster. I'm definitely not. But like I said, I heard some of shit like that on TikTok. I mean, I knew better, but that's just what was being said. But that little video to them proved she was.
Mama Todd has now made her political.
Oh, here we go.
After she was attacked online for a video she posted.
What I have gotten has been horrific. Like the major bullying and death threats and attacks and calling me names I've never been called in my life. Like it's bad. And here's the thing. I hope people understand. Sometimes when people are silent, they're not silent for the reason that some people think. When I'm being bullied, like I shelter in place and I isolate.
I'm the same.
And I back off. I'm a very, 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 very sensitive person. When I made my video about talking about my anger and my sadness and my frustration for literally seeing these people lose everything, the homes, the jobs, the vehicles, everything.
Oh, it's great.
I was not aware of any FEMA help or on the way or had been there. I didn't know anything. I didn't know anything about that. I felt so helpless. So I certainly made videos and used my platform for them. I wasn't just bitching. I used my platform for them.
Ophelia had privated her video after she started receiving the backlash, and because of this, people started speculating and saying that she had edited or altered her video in some way.
Which she didn't.
People even went as far as to add things to the video, saying she had said things that she actually didn't.
It's very frustrating that people took that video and they actually lied on me. They actually said they heard me say that FEMA and the government wasn't doing enough. I never said that there's not a video that exists of me saying that. I would never say that because I didn't know what the government was doing about it at that time. Like, I needed to say that. Other people saying that in the comment section and just intertwined me with that. There's also another creator that's really saying that stuff, not me. I don't know if they're lumping me in with that person. I don't know, but I haven't said those things.
I'm always on TikTok.
I've been accused of everything, and but like you're shocked, I'm shocked too. So like, we can be like that.
She ended the video by making it very clear who she will not be voting for. She didn't necessarily throw her support behind the other side, but she definitely said she will not be voting for Donald Trump.
Because everybody's so heightened because of this election, because people are afraid, like you, okay, of things being taken from you that should be given to anybody, right? And I never thought that I would ever have to say that I didn't vote for Trump. I thought people just knew that by my actions. I love your community. I love all communities. And I would never vote for anybody that would take anything away from you or from anybody. I didn't even vote for him last year, so the last time.
I will, Adam.
So I don't know. I just thought people just knew. That's all. I just thought people knew. I was raised by a bully, which is why this has just broken me, because I've never been like bullied like this before. So and it just reminds me
of her mother,
of my mama, and I'm so triggered by this. It just triggered me, and I felt.
You don't still hear
sure
it?
My feelings don't matter. That's okay. But it just really broke me. That's all. But I never meant for my video to see what you mean about how it could like leave the window open to make people think that. I understand that. But when I made the video, politics wasn't on my mind. It was just the people.
Mama Todd, did you hear?
Okay.
Good. Mama Todd has now made her.
Let me let y'all hear some of these people.
Is Mama the plot thickens? I saw the video Mama Todd posted before she deleted it, and here are my thoughts. In her video, Mama Todd stated that she was highly upset because she felt that hurricane survivors were not getting enough aid and they were not getting aid fast enough. She expressed a lot of sadness due to the fact that there's a lot of people who lost their lives, their homes, their livelihoods. A lot of people are still missing. I've been following Mama Todd since she had like.
Okay, hold on. I want to find someone that's against her side. Someone says watching. Hold on. Someone says watching everyone realize what I knew all along. Mama Tot is MAGA. Again, someone did find a post on Instagram where she says, I just voted for Trump back when he was running last time. And but they are going above and beyond.
Canceled for supposedly being a Donald Trump supporter. And I just want to get canceled for telling you my honest thoughts about the whole situation. You guys are wondering what is going on with Mama Tot on TikTok, why is she being canceled? Basically, she posted a TikTok in response to the relief efforts after Hurricane Helene. As we all know, Mama Tot is a...
Mama Todd, we've got to have a conversation. But can I call you Ophelia? Because technically I'm old enough to be your mom. Now, I understand you've been looking for some crisp Coca-Cola.
Oh, that's not it, too. That's stupid shit. Hold on.
The government and how they're handling this hurricane situation, you're probably a Republican. You know, if you look at people like Mama Top who are saddened by what's going on, she's full-blown MAGA because nobody speaks out against the government unless you're Republican. If you want to help those victims, you're a Republican, dude. You're MAGA. You're the lowest form of life. You should not be wanting to.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that you can't speak out against the government without being.
We should be pledging our allegiance to them and
Republican.
them all the.
Because on both sides, people have complaints for the government.
You know wrong, and it's always and will always be forever.
No, I've not met anyone off TikTok famous.
Fault. If you speak out against the government and how they're handling this hurricane situation, you're probably a Republican.
See,
you know,
I don't believe that. That's bullshit.
Like
I do too. I think she's good people. She should have stayed away from the political side. I honestly think she messed up giving in and telling people what her beliefs were about who she voted for. And that just went backwards. Like it all backfired. So, like I said, it didn't help her out at all when she said, no, I would not vote for him. It just got worse.
You know what Mama Tater Tot was. So I took it upon myself to go see what all the commotion was about. And yes, I'm more confused than a chameleon inside of a bag of skips. I'm trying to see what the problem is. Like, am I just being naive? Can somebody explain to me what the hell is going on? Yeah, I took a deep dive.
See?
I think it's time that we talk about this GoFundMe nonsense with. You get pregnant the first time you decided when you got there? Or
I don't know if you haven't seen TikTok after the whole thing of the who won the election. It is so divided, as obviously it should be, honestly. But there's so many people churning on each other over this. And I don't know. Here's how I feel about it, though. People with very, very large platforms like that, most people that have huge platforms have managers. They have a PR team and whatnot. They will all tell you, unless your platform is built on politics, to not touch it, to not go near it, do not speak on it, do not share who you're voting for, do not ask other people who they're voting for. Stay away from it altogether. Most PR teams will tell you that. So why, everybody to be turning on her because she didn't want to share it? It's a business move. You shouldn't have shared it. You know, to vote, to be digging in her son's death over it. Honestly, over this bullshit. Someone literally said that her son deserved to be killed because of her allegedly voting for Trump. People are making videos saying shit like that. But you're supposed to be the moral police. It's just fucked up. Like I said, most people who have platforms of that grand, your teams are going to tell you do not go near it. And like I said, she put out a video stating clearly, because they bullied her and harassed her for 2 weeks about it. She finally spoke and said, this is who I would never vote for Trump. And it just backfired on her, because then they pulled up that screenshot of her from years ago saying, I just voted for Trump. And they pulled up the recordings of her ex-father-in-law being very racist. And they pulled up posts from her husband being very, MAGA. And everything she said just got flipped around on her. There was no winning at that point. And now everybody is going at her. She's not going to win. I don't know if she's going to be able to recover from it or not. I really don't. To lose almost 2 million people is insane. It is. Yeah, they are. And like I said, I do get that wanting to know because it's about ethics and your beliefs and morality. And I do understand it's important to know, but I think it's important to know for your own friends and family, like in real life. I don't think you have a right to demand and bully someone, blackmail someone into telling you who they voted for, who's just someone on social media you follow. It's quite sad. And she's not a mean and hateful person. I think people lose sight of that you can have different political beliefs, and doesn't mean that you have to be enemies. Or, like I said, I have stronger beliefs about the different sides, but I'm not going to share it here out of respect for the people, because there's people a part of my channel that vote for the other side than what I do, or what I would vote for. And I don't view them as bad people for it. It's about how you treat people. Do you lead with hate? Do you believe that women's rights should be taken away? Do you believe that gays' rights should be taken away? Like, you know what I mean? It's a touchy subject. And for them to treat her like that, to demand she tell, and then she tells it and they use that against her too. It's just, like I said, her numbers are getting lower and lower and lower. And I don't see her recovering. Like I said, she said she was going to delete her whole TikTok, a TikTok that she's had for years. And she uses a lot of her money for good. She's not like she is raking in the money and being selfish and not helping out. She is constantly, like, say, prom happened not too long ago. Homecoming happened not too long ago. Oh, were you? Man, I miss Kareem. I miss Real. I was just talking about earlier. I wish he was here to sing "Thank You for the $4.99." His songs, his super chat songs. So, welcome to the chat. I appreciate you being here. He's definitely missed every day. But I forgot what I was going to say. Hell, I forgot. But oh yeah, but anyways, there's people in my chat that vote for the other side, and I don't view them any differently for it. Like I posted a video the other day at this. There's this woman that's on TikTok. She's gone viral. She's called the MAGA curled lip woman or some crazy shit. She used to go by Nurses for Trump. She's a blonde woman out of Texas, and she would drink every night and just spout hate for anybody on the opposing side. Like she made death threats and everything on her TikTok lives. And I recorded one of her streams one night and I posted it saying unhinged Nurse for Trump live, someone make a threat, some shit. Like I forgot the title I made, but one of my followers like, well, I vote for Trump. Does that mean I'm a bad person? Absolutely not. And that's not the point I was making. This woman was making death threats and spreading hate for the entirety of people if they voted for the opposing side. And they were saying how people should lose their kids. And also she was spewing just flat out hate. Again, it had anything to do with who she voted for. It was her making threats to children and women and saying that she would let her husband smack a bitch up if they voted for a Kamala. Like, that's why I recorded the woman. She was being crazy. Had nothing to do with her political views. It's about the kind of thing she was saying. That's it. I know, girl. No one has to do memberships. When my videos end, they go on memberships, and then when they're done processing, I put them back public. The only thing that's on membership is some posts of mine that I just want my members seeing. I'll do videos, like I uploaded a video yesterday and posted it. That's members only. If you're not normally here, it's not. Don't worry about it. And a lot of it's for the emojis for people that are going to participate in the chats during the streams where we talk about the things in our community. But anyways. That's what I've been paying attention to since I've been inactive over here on YouTube. But like I said, this weekend, I've already told this little girl that she's not going to be able to stay the weekend with us because she spent the last 2 weekends with us. But I said, this weekend, you can't stay the weekend with us because I've got to do some streams that I don't feel comfortable doing if you're here, like spirit box and communication and whatnot. So there will be no excuse for me to not do anything this weekend unless my daughter gets sick again, which she shouldn't. She's already gotten better since last night. So there shouldn't be any reason for me to not do those, but those will be members only. But again, if you're not into that, don't worry about it. But anyways, I just wanted to touch base with y'all. I still haven't caught up again on everything going on with John and Cooch. And like I said, I heard Cooch saying, Siwa, did you hear that? John called you scum for playing old streams. Yes, I heard it the last time he said it. I heard Jules saying that she doesn't think I have a right to play those videos. That's just their opinions, but they are not watchers of mine. They don't support this channel, so it honestly doesn't mean anything. I don't tell them how to run their channels. I will do the opposite every time. Don't tell me how to run my channel. If my subscribers and my members ask me to do something, I'll do it. Should join Blue Sky. It's going strong now. What's Blue Sky? What's that? I love watching the TikTok lives though. Like, there's so many interesting things going on over there that I know all the ins and outs of everything. Like, there's this woman named Adrielle Sigler.
You got off the phone.
There's this woman named, it's the new Twitter. I thought the new Twitter was X. Did y'all even hear about that with Elon Musk? How the Trump and all of them are saying that they're going to pull the United States out of NATO if they don't stop trying to police what Elon puts on Twitter. Like, what? Why the fuck does that matter when it comes to our government? That don't make no damn sense. Ugh, stupid shit. Blurring the lines. No, I don't read tarot cards. I don't do any. When I do spirit box, it's just for entertainment purposes, but we always connect with loved ones. We always get messages, things that I would have no way of knowing. But that has nothing to do with having gifts and abilities, which I do have. My readings are with my gifts and abilities, but I don't even do those for YouTube anymore. Haven't done those in a while. I'll do those only if I feel really pulled and feel like it's a need to give a message to somebody. Other than that, I don't do them. But there are people in our community that do tarot, and there are people that are really gifted with tarot. I just never been drawn to them, honestly. I never felt like I needed them. But if you do spirit box, please note it's not about having abilities and gifts. But I am trained in how to do it safely and make sure you're safe if you participate. A lot of people on YouTube will do spirit box and they don't do any protection. They don't teach people how to do it safely. They don't close it out correctly. And then people have, like, they're opening their lives up to a bunch of bullshit to go down. So I make sure to do what I can to protect everybody that participates. And if something ever goes south afterwards, I will help them get rid of it. But that's never happened. Yes, he did. If you mean his funeral was in Philly. So he finally got back home. He didn't get to go home before. He didn't get to see his daughter one last time, unfortunately. He was close, but he didn't get there. Not till it was too late. Just horrible all the way around. But there's this lady named Adriel Sigler that I will also be making a YouTube video about. She's also TikTok. And make this make sense. This lady, she's a single mom. She has 2 or 3 children. One that doesn't really live with her at all times. Her son supposedly was getting bullied from the kids at school. Now I'm going to fill you in a minute why her son was getting bullied. Well, the allegation why he was getting bullied. But her son was getting bullied to where after school, this group of kids, like 10 kids, jumped her son, and it was recorded and posted on Instagram. But her son was actually beat up by all these kids, and it was brutal to see. I mean, broke my heart to a million pieces seeing this boy. He's like 14, get beat up by all these kids. They all planned it out. They stole his necklace and everything. Do you know what the time frame is between death and when a person knows they are dead? They know pretty quickly. If it's a tragedy, it could take a little bit longer, but usually they know pretty quickly. But it usually takes a week to fully transition from our world to the spirit world and to finally get your footing in the spirit world. I usually don't do readings until at least a week has passed, but sometimes they can already figure it out within a few days. It just depends how strong their spirit is. But they know pretty quickly usually, unless it's like their life was taken. It's in car wrecks are usually the main ones where they don't realize what happened for a little bit. But yeah, this Adriel Sigler, her son got beat up. And all the students came to TikTok, like, tell everybody why we beat your son up. And they said it's because he did something to another girl. I'm going to leave it at that. You probably figured that part out. Now, these are allegations, but there's a court case. He's facing charges, everything. The victim has come forward. The victim's family's come forward and made TikTok saying this is why the boys beat up that kid, is because they found out he did something to a female student. Again, an allegation. So his day in court hasn't been done yet, but she put up a GoFundMe saying she needed $25,000 to move. $25,000 to move is what she had to have, or they would be stuck there and be bullied forever. And the reason she says 25,000, she says because a quote for movers to come and pack everything up and move it from New York to a different state would be at least $4,000. Yeah, no shit. It's expensive. That's why every time I've moved, I've done it myself. The packing, the loading, the everything. I've done it myself. I've never hired anybody to do it. Like, why can't she's young? She's got her good health. She has teenagers who's got their health. Why the fuck do you need $4,000 from subscribers to move you to another state because of issues you and your family created, honestly, right? But she asked for $25,000, $4,000 for the movers. And then she wanted the rent money to pay her rent 6 months in advance. She said she had to have it, that she would not be able to move unless she was able to pay 6 months in advance rent. And no, don't think she was going to get some cheap house that was going to be $1,000 a month. No. She's talking about $3,000 to $4,000 a month rent. And she wanted 6 months of that stacked up before she was willing to leave. So, but she got it. She got the $25,000 the last time. And I'm talking about just like 4 months ago this happened. So $25,000 she made. And then just this past week, she decided that she needed to move again. She created a new GoFundMe. And again, is asking for $25,000, saying, we got to move. We're getting bullied, guys, because pizzas are being delivered to her house. People are sending taxis to her house like 3 or 4 times a day. Her neighbors hate her. She said she's always so quiet. The neighbor joined TikTok and said, no, she's loud as hell. Her kids are loud as hell. She supposedly did something, trigger warning. She supposedly did something inappropriate with, there's 2 teenage boys, 15 and 16, that lived 4 houses down from her. And the parents were looking for their teenage boys, and they found them at her house. She's 36 or 38. They found her at her house drunk on a Saturday night. So she supplied alcohol and got these 15 and 16-year-old boys drunk and was flirting with them, is what the boys said. So she's facing charges for that. Supposed to go to court in January, but she gets on TikTok, tells everybody she's all has smooth. She's getting bullied. No, she's getting evicted because, one, she's loud as fuck. She's playing guitar at all hours of the night, blaring her music, and she shares a wall with neighbors. So she's doing that. Then all the police calls, then all the pizzas, then all the taxis, she's getting evicted for that shit. She's not getting evicted for, because she's a victim of something, but she's wanting $25,000 again for that when she just got that a few months ago. And then while she's asking for this GoFundMe, she makes a lie to brag how she spent $17,000 in 1 month. Like, that's how much money she's making on TikTok. $17,000 she blew in 1 month on shopping. And then she has the nerve to make a GoFundMe asking for $25,000 so she can move because her son allegedly did something bad to the students. Like, blows my mind. But what they found out last night is she had a Reddit account, and they did an IP address, and they traced it right back to her. She said it wasn't her account, but they traced it to her old address. It's hers. And this Reddit account was the account she's had for years. And she went to a Reddit page about weird questions or something like that. And on the Reddit, she said, what do I do if I have a crush on my 13-year-old student? And it turned out it's her fucking account. And the reason they started going at her for that is because they traced her back when she lived in Pennsylvania and found out that she was a teacher's aide. And she was forced to resign as a teacher's aide because she was sharing inappropriate images with 13 and 14-year-old boys. And she's denied it. And she's had her mother come on and say, Mom, what happened? Why did I have to resign? And she said, because she just repeated whatever Adriel said. But it doesn't make sense. Her mom is living in New York City. She don't know what the fuck happened at that school. She only knows what her daughter told her. So how is she a credible source? You know what I mean? But she's like, I never did that. I would never do that. I protect kids, blah, blah. And then they find that Reddit today that proves she's making posts on Reddit saying, I have a huge crush on my 13-year-old student. What should I do about it? So that's a whole nother thing. I mean, she's being canceled hardcore by this warrior group called AFF, which is Austin Foreman Family. And they're all going at her, and they are tracing all her secrets. They've got it all coming out about her. And what blows my mind is, even though all these people have that, she is still being paid so much money every night on TikTok battles. Just this past week, I think they said she made $11,000 just this past week, and that's with all these secrets that came out about her. It's disgusting. And then, like I said, then they also got that neighbor to say it wasn't just a one-time thing. She shared those pictures with her students. She was forced to resign over it. They found the Reddit post, and then we got the neighbor saying she was getting 15 and 16-year-old boys drunk at her apartment at night. And that just happened 2 weeks ago. So she's clearly a freaking predator, allegedly, for legal reasons. But that's predatory. That's not a one-time thing. That's something she's done over and over and over and over and over. It's just, it's horrible. And then she has talked about, again, trigger warning on this too. She has even talked shit about her own mother, who now she's using her mother to fight her battles, where she said her mother was inappropriate with her sons and taking showers with her sons. And then now she brings her mother up on her TikTok to defend her. It's horrible. This woman is freaking horrible. She's a mess. There's one video where she goes to the playground at a school and she goes, hop in my live and bring 5 guys. I just want to let them slide, talking about being intimate with them. And then she's like, if I go on a live with some guy and I think he's cute, I'll twirl my hair. But if I think he's ugly, I'll wink at you. Stupid shit like like she's trying to entice the younger generation. Again, she's 38 and that's how she's acting. But now knowing what we know about her, to see her on a playground talking like that is so much more disturbing. She deserves to be canceled, and people are just throwing money at her left and right. But this Austin Foreman family, they have taken down so many people on TikTok. And like every time they go after someone, he greenlights accounts when they know that they're predatory. And every time that he greenlights an account, usually those accounts get banned. But this Adrielle girl, because she's a female, her account's not getting taken down. People are showing her more support and giving her more money. And that just shows you the hypocrisy of male versus female. To me, it should make no fucking difference. But I plan to do videos on the whole Mama Tot thing, the Adrielle thing, and show you the clips of everything that went down. Like I said, I've been watching all of that stuff, and that's where I spend most of my time. If I'm not here or doing something with my daughter or working or, going outside and doing things, if I'm got downtime, I don't even watch TV anymore. Hell, I got all these streaming services, and I'll only put something on to fall asleep to because it helps distract me so I don't have night terrors and stuff. But usually I'll put something on just to fall asleep to. But if I've got free time and I want to watch something, I just go on TikTok. I'm telling you, if you don't have TikTok, you should get it. It is very entertaining. There's a whole, let me tell you, so you got the drama side of it, you got the politics side of it, you've got the, equality side of it where everybody's fighting for rights and whatnot. You've got where they show you the updates of everything going on in Gaza and, in Russia. You get to see all that. That's more truthful than some of the things we've seen on actual news. So you get to see all this proof of everything and people who are actually living there, what they're going through. And it's not mainstream media, controlling the narrative, as people say. So you get to see the people who are actually living in these environments. So there's all that on there. And then if you want to watch something lighthearted, I saw a girl that was living in, I think she's in Thailand, and she was sprinkling, she was like in the swampy area. And I watched this for an hour. Don't ask me why. I don't know, but I just found it intriguing. This girl was in these what's it called? Those mud overall things. So you could like wade in the water, waders. I think, yeah, that's what they're called. But she's in Thailand and she's got this big cooler thing that she's carrying around. And she's got this water bottle and she's got this other water bottle with some pink stuff in it. I don't know what it is, food. I don't know. But she's going, and she just wading in this water, sprinkling this pink stuff, and all these eels. I think they're eels. I don't know. I mean, they're not big eels. They look like snakes, but they're fish. But they all come swarming out, and she's picking them all up and putting them in her cooler. Hell, I watched that for an hour. It was just calming to watch it for some reason. I don't know. But there's a whole world on there, and they teach you how to make everything you could possibly think you want to learn how to do. You can find it on TikTok. Whether it's decorating, mechanic stuff. I mean, it's just a whole other world on there. I find it so much more enjoyable than YouTube, and the algorithm is so strong on TikTok. So if you're not on TikTok, you should try it. Am I leaving YouTube? No, I'm never leaving YouTube. It's not to me, YouTube, the algorithm, like I said, it's not very strong. I don't know how to explain it. I just find TikTok so much better. So much more entertaining, and it's like a whole freaking world of things on there, and you don't even have to speak the language. I mean, they translate everything on TikTok for you, and it's just very enjoyable. And pretty much most celebrities are on there, and they're very candid on there, and I don't know, I find it very enjoyable. So if you want some, and it's much easier to cruise through it than it is YouTube. Like Instagram's good to go on if you want to find stuff that's not censored. Like everything's not censored on Instagram, and you could write messages over there. So like Instagram's good for that, but I don't go on there for months at a time. And then TikTok is very censored, but they've got so much more content of every type of thing you could think of. Hey girl, hey Reagan. Yeah, and they teach you all these languages. Like hell, there was someone saying how to say "you effing pervert" in Chinese. I forgot what he said it was. Like Sivu Ba or something. I can't say it. Anyway, it's just very interesting. I love it. But yes, supposedly they're getting rid of it for the United States. Supposedly. It's supposed to go away in February, I think. which really, really sucks. But you can find information quicker on there than you can on the news. That's for sure. Have you watched any of that Nara Smith and Lucky videos? That lady's lost her marbles. Where she's like, my kids asked me for a caprese, and I'm like, I don't know what that is, so I just made it from scratch. My kids asked me for SpaghettiOs, and I was taken aback, like, how do they even know what SpaghettiOs are? But I made it from scratch, and when she made it, she made like 16 SpaghettiOs and split it between 2 kids, and it took her like hours just to make it. It's like, why would you do that? Why would you sit there and take the time to you spend hours making SpaghettiOs, your version of homemade SpaghettiOs, and you only made like 16 at a time? What are you going to do when they want seconds? They have to wait 3 more hours? But people have all these parodies of that couple, and it's hilarious. The parodies on TikTok are off the chain. They're so funny. Hey girl. You want to learn sign language? There is a guy on there that teaches you about sign language. There's a lot of people actually on there that will teach you that. Like I said, every language you want to learn, there's someone there teaching you how to do it, for whether it's from Spanish to that language, or Spanish to English, Spanish to Russian, Russian to Spanish. I mean, everything you could think of is there. No. 16 individual circles, 16 individual SpaghettiOs, and it took her hours to make it. Sometimes I'm like, is she trolling us? And when she does make her stuff, she's in these very fancy, like, runway outfits. And she is very beautiful. And her husband is extremely beautiful as well. And they're both models. But to know that, like, she's like, anytime my kid asked me for caprese, and I didn't know what that was, so I just made it from scratch. My kids had a cough today, so I spent 6 hours making some cough syrup from home. Like, so your kids suffered for 6 hours while they waited for you to make it. It's funny. Hey, Sam, how are you? Who? The guy that does the sign language? Oh, yeah. Dang it. I might not. Hold on. Let me find it for you. And then Jeffree Star's on there, and he's ripping at people to shreds. Like, all these makeup artists, like, he's reading them to filth. And that's entertaining, honestly. Jeffree Star rips into people on TikTok. He held back on YouTube. On TikTok, he does not. But he also cheats at the battles, I'll tell you that much. Okay, let me see. Let me try to find. This guy's like the leader in teaching sign language on TikTok. I just got to find his account. And he's indigenous, so that's a plus. Well, to me anyways. But he does it in such a beautiful way. He usually does it to songs. But hell, there's a bunch of people on TikTok that teach sign language. I don't know. If you just go to the search bar on TikTok and put in sign language, all these teachers will pop up. That's what I'm saying. The algorithm is so good over there. I feel like if you try to do that on YouTube, you would be lost. You wouldn't know who to go for. Yeah, there's just too many people, but hold on a second. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be able to find it. Not that one guy, anyways. There's so many people. Yeah, the live is fun. Hell, even the Island Boys, like, when I remember 2 years ago, one of my subs, like, do you know who the Island Boys are? I was like, I don't know, I have any idea who the hell that is. That was before I went on TikTok. But I ended up downloading TikTok, and I saw the Island Boys. Like, these guys are complete fucking jokes. Well, now one of the Island Boys has his fiance, and she's pregnant, and he's completely chilled out. And he's one of the ones that called out that Adriel girl. Like, he tore her ass into shreds earlier tonight, where he was like, you did this, and you did this, and you did this, and you did this. Thank you, Sam. I appreciate it. We're just talking about TikTok stuff and just random things, honestly. But one of the island boys, you would be shocked. Like, their behavior is so much different than what I thought they were about. Because when I'm like, what jokes? Like, what idiots? They reminded me of Takashi, like just being a huge troll. But they're actually very chilled out and very mellowed out. They are like totally different than what you think. But hell, you go through the lives on the FYP page, which is the For You page, which that's the algorithm that recommends stuff to you. And there will be stuff popping up left and right for you that it's your interest, but you would have never looked for it yourself. Debbie the pet lady's over there still losing her mind, still getting canceled. But one of the island boys came to this guy's defense named Brandon. He's disabled. When he was a young boy, he got in a car wreck and it messed up his eye and messed up the one side of his face. And this guy was bullying him on a live earlier. So one of the island boys like, go live with me and I'll call him out for you. So right before I went live tonight, I was watching it and one of the island boys was cussing out the bully and saying, who do you think you are? And you have no right to say that to him, because he was talking about the guy's appearance and whatnot. But for all the people that think the island boys are just idiots, go watch them on TikTok. They're actually not as bad as you think. One of them follow me, but not the other one. But it's just, like I said, if you want something to do and to entertain yourself, I think TikTok is way better than TV completely. I would choose watching that over TV any day. And I don't know what the hell I'm going to do when they go away, if it goes away in February. But I have a feeling that since Trump is supposed to be coming to office and Elon, he's big on TikTok as well. Like, they all have TikTok accounts. JD Vance, Trump, Elon, they all have TikTok accounts. I have a feeling maybe they're going to override that decision to get rid of TikTok. I mean, I don't know. I know the Congress is the one that voted on it, but hell, that whole Senate, everything's switching up. Congress, everything's switching up. So maybe they'll decide not to get rid of it. I would hope so. Right. And a lot of people said just get a fake IP address, which I don't know how to do none of that stuff. And I was checking to see if any of my gaming peeps are streaming. Who, on TikTok? I don't really watch gaming, honestly. I used to watch, there's this Irish guy or Scottish guy that's on TikTok. He does a lot of gaming and he's very entertaining, but I can't tell you his name, honestly. I just see him pop up every once in a while. I sub to him, but hell, I haven't watched him in I don't know how long. But the one thing I do hate about TikTok is you only can sub to 10,000 people. And hell, I'm subbing to everybody I like. I've already reached my maximum of 10,000 people, honestly. But every few months, I'll go through and delete some people I know I don't watch anymore and to make room. But I think that's stupid. We should be able to sub to as many people as we want. But anyways, I'm just feeling only on the kind of stuff I've been paying attention to. Why do I feel like, oh, Nara Smith. Let me show you Nara Smith's stuff real quick. You got to see the SpaghettiO video. Because you probably think I'm just talking shit when I say she made like 16 SpaghettiOs for 2 children. No, she really, like exaggerating. No, she really did do that. Come on. Okay, I don't know why my search keeps going away. Let me try this again. Yeah, 10,000 is the only amount you can follow. But see, on YouTube, you can follow as many people as you want. After we watch this, I'll get going. And they're overly sexual with each other as well. Like, he's always slapping her on her ass and like, but the parodies they make about this couple is hilarious because of that reason. They make the funniest parodies of this couple. One second. And like they want everything organic. She acts like it's the nastiest thing ever. She eats a crumble cookie. If she eats cinnamon buns, it doesn't matter what it is. If it's not something she doesn't make, she acts like it's the nastiest thing to ever exist. And so when people do parodies of her, they're like, she goes, Lucky, I feel poor when she eats like a cookie or a cinnamon bun. Again, that's just a parody, but it's hilarious when you watch it. All right, where's the SpaghettiOs? No. And honestly, they're both way too insanely skinny. Her and her husband are really, really skinny. Yeah, I don't think I'll be able to find it. There's too many damn videos. I wish they would have the thumbnail showing exactly what she makes in each video, but they don't. I just know she was wearing something really ridiculous to be making SpaghettiOs. Oh, wait, is that it? Come on, internet. No. And they look like they were plucked out of the 1950s or something. Which I actually enjoy videos like that. I hate it when I can't find what I'm looking for. Sorry for the dead air. I hate dead air more than you do. Okay, I'm going to give up. I'll have to find it next time for y'all. Oh my God, the Nikocado avocado blew my mind. I cannot believe he pulled off that stunt. And people don't know if he's telling the truth now or not. Because they're like, oh, now he's actually fat. He's just uploading videos that are edited or altered or really old videos. And he's just pretending he's skinny now. And no, he's actually skinny now. He's very skinny. If you don't know who Nikocado Avocado is, he's a mukbang creator where he would eat massive amounts of food for his YouTube videos. And he'd make a lot of money doing it. And then he disappeared for like 8 months, I think. He just quit making videos for 8 months. Well, he would upload videos, but they were like pre-recorded that he had held on to for a long time. And he would upload some every once in a while to make people think he was still fat. And so then when he finally went live after 8 months, he said, I fooled all of you. He goes, I waited. It was a social experiment of how y'all were going to talk about me. I had so many messages of everybody calling me fat and obese and disgusting, talking about everything about my appearance. He goes, meanwhile, the whole time I've been this skinny. I've been 140 pounds or some shit like that. If you not looked in that whole thing, it'll blow your mind. That guy fooled the whole freaking internet. I gotta say, he's a genius at it. I would have never thought to do such a thing. Wait, is this it? That's where she makes the Capri Suns. Crumble cookies. Yeah, maybe wait. I don't know if y'all could hear that playing in the background. No. I hate the way she talks. It just seems so fake. I just wanted to show y'all the ridiculousness of the Spaghetti-O video. Well, hell, where is it? Now that's going to bother me. Oh, I found it. See, I didn't give up. Melinda the Mystic Witch. I have not. I've heard of Witchfoot, which she passed away recently. Yeah, I think so. I think so too, Ginger. Oh, Sam, I didn't know you started a gaming channel. Sorry, I'm behind on the comments, y'all. Oh, I had no idea you were into gaming. You should follow Sean. He usually comes in our chat. Hell, is it Sean Turner? He is a worldwide record holder. He's a follower of mine, and he's a friend of this channel. And he holds multiple world records for his gaming. And he's won like all sorts of trophies and scholarships and everything for his gaming. But you should follow him. He does a lot of like the old school gaming, like Nintendo, Super Mario Brothers, like from way back. You should follow him. He's really good. Thank you, Raken. I appreciate you putting the information in the chat. Used to watch. I've never watched Nika Cogs. I've never been into the mukbangs, honestly. I've never been into it. Like, there's some people. There's only like one person I could actually watch eat, and it not gross me out. I don't know. I think he knew he was going to be going through a weight transformation and had them scheduled to post. Yeah, he said he had it. He had pre-recorded all the stuff so where he was still heavy, so that way no one would think anything was up. And then that way when he came back, everybody would be like, what? But yeah, some people I don't want to watch you eat. There's this one girl named Jelly Bean on is it Jelly something, I don't know, but she's a creator that's now on TikTok, and her name's been blowing up. But she eats, and it makes me want to gag each time because she'll get TikTok and she'll get the the huge burritos that are covered in cheese, and she'll put all these sauces on it, just like dousing this sauce, and she'll take these massive bites. Like she could tear that burrito up in 3 bites, and it just when she's eating, it just it just grosses me out. And then when she takes a sip of her soda, she pretty much gulps down a huge soda and 4 or 5 drinks, to where people have tried to replicate how she eats and they've hurt themselves. Like they are in pain trying to eat how she does. And she makes a huge amount of money doing that. And I'm like, how do people enjoy that? I don't get it. I don't get what's enjoyable about watching someone choke on their food practically and overeat to that extent. Like I said, there's only one person that really doesn't bother me when they eat, because they do it neatly. Like there's this one guy on TikTok. He mostly eats Asian food. Like, is it pho soup or something like that? But he'll eat Asian food. He'll go to the restaurant and he'll get all his sides on these little dishes. But when he eats, he uses a spoon and the chopsticks and twirls it into the spoon and eats it very neatly. Lovely Mimi, she's one of those that I could watch her eat. She does it very nice and neatly as well. Those are the only 2 I found that I could stomach watching them eat. Anybody else? No, thank you. I can't do it. Can't do it. It grosses me out. All right. This is her with the SpaghettiOs.
When I asked my toddlers what they wanted for dinner and they both requested SpaghettiOs, I was a little taken aback. I wasn't aware that they knew what SpaghettiOs were, but nevertheless, I made them some for dinner. cut my tomatoes in half, grated them, and then moved on to thinly slicing my garlic and dicing up my onion. I made sure to get a smaller dice on those. I added some olive oil and garlic to my pot, let that heat up on the stove before adding in my onions and some tomato paste. Once that had a few minutes, I poured in my grated tomato, leftover Parmesan rind, some oregano, salt, a pinch of sugar, and just a touch of balsamic vinegar. While that was simmering, I got started on my pasta dough by combining some eggs, flour, salt, oil, and kneading that until it came together before wrapping it in plastic wrap and letting it chill for about an hour. I then used my pasta attachment to get the shape I wanted before cutting it into smaller pieces and forming it into the classic spaghetti-o shape. This took me about an hour, but it was definitely worth it. Once they were all done, I put them into the sauce, let them cook for about 10 minutes before it was time to serve. I plated both of them up a bowl, topped it with Parmesan cheese, and they both wanted seconds. When I asked my toddlers what they
So you saw how small those bowls were and the servings were? You telling me you had 2 toddlers that were being patient while you took hours to make something that would take you a minute in a microwave if you got the can? Yes, it's more healthier. But no, what toddlers are going to wait hours for you to do that? And then the serving is that itty bitty. She's like, they wanted seconds. So then what? They had to wait 4 more hours? No. It's just not realistic. If you ask me, that's not realistic. That is the fake side of social media. What toddlers are going to wait that long? What toddlers are going to be happy waiting that long? What do you're telling me you're going to wait 4 more hours of cooking for another little EB bowl of 16 SpaghettiOs? No, thank you. But she's like, my toddlers asked me for a Capri Sun, and so it took me 3 hours to make it. And when she makes it, they're the smallest little servings of juice. What's that going to do? But you've got to see some of these parodies that they make of her. It's freaking hilarious. Let me find one of them for you. If I can. There's this one couple that does it perfectly. And then every time Lucky's in the video, he's always chewing on a toothpick. And so when people do the parodies, they always have him chewing on like a tree branch, and then he's chewing on a spoon, like a huge wooden spoon. Anyways, it's just part of the parodies that are freaking funny. Let me see if I can find one of my favorites. But that's, again, why I enjoy being on TikTok. There's so much funny stuff on there and good content. Let's see. Hold on. Dang, I didn't know a lot of these parodies. I haven't seen them before. Okay, we'll try this one. Wait, why can't I hear it though? Forget that. I'm going to get the one with Asher in it. One second. There he is. Hold on. Sorry, y'all. I'm trying to find their actual account, but I'm just seeing the stitch of it. That's what I would like to know. Who the fuck dresses like you're going down the runway to make your children their meals, and then you're going to take that long to make them. Like, it's just so unrealistic. But God bless them, you know.
And said that he wanted to eat my buns for dinner. So I went ahead and I bought some and we're going to try them for you. I love buns.
I can't make it
I'm
bigger.
honestly a little scared to eat this because I've heard it can make you round.
Like, did you see he went from a toothpick to chewing on a baby's leg?
I love shapes though. Our daughter's also here. Oh. I'm gonna sniff it. How is it? It smells like poor people. Ew. How about you give it a sniff? The Cinnabon, Lucky. The Cinnabons. Oh. Now for the taste test. Oh my god, it's disgusting. I can't do this, Lucky. You got it. Be a good girl. I feel large. Like I feel large. I feel large. How is it?
It's really sweet. Kind of like something else.
Lucky. What would you rate that?
Probably like
He was then chewing on a lamp.
Maybe same. Yeah. And said that he wanted to eat.
Hold on.
So this morning, my husband and I woke up.
Oh, that's so low. The volume is too low on that one.
My husband, but when they
They're funny too.
Pleasant to make my children some homemade trick-or-treat baskets. So I had Lucky hand over his old homemade toothpicks so I could make the basket from scratch and with love. Lucky's toothpicks were marinated enough by his saliva where I was able to intricately weave the basket. I then finished off glazing with my own saliva so that my children could have a piece of me and a piece of Lucky. I then finished off by weaving the basket. And there you have it. A homemade trick-or-treat basket for my children.
my
Lucky.
Yep, we've done it.
They're good too, but again, it's not very loud.
Today,
He
Lefty
is
and Kate
hilarious.
said they were craving breakfast out of the house. They're not allowed to do that this week. So I decided to make them breakfast at home. Come with me to make homemade scrambled eggs. I will also be using homemade whole wheat toast for this. Shit!
I began by seasoning the pan with my finest olive oil. I then cracked the first egg into the pan.
My children always like to help cook as well, so I let them crack the second egg used in this recipe.
Ah, what the shit! Fuck, you make one more goddamn mess in this house, I swear to God. You're eating this one. You're eating this one.
Next, I poured some of the excess water out.
Oh my God!
I put them on a plate. My kids were being a little noisy. Finally, I seasoned them with the finest oregano, paprika, and lime juice from my garden. And here's me having a taste. I may have used a little too much paprika. Luckily, my husband provided me some water. He's always so thoughtful. And then we had a little dance to celebrate.
Breakfast has been served. Lucky in particular enjoyed his
That shit was so bad.
He loved it. He loved it.
Good stuff. Good stuff. But yeah, like I said, if you don't ever do TikTok, it's definitely enjoyable. There's so much to watch. I go on and on and on about interesting things I found on TikTok, honestly. But not many people are into TikTok videos when it comes to YouTube, but I don't care. If I find it interesting and it's something that I think's like big news, I'll still do it. Because like I said, not many creators on YouTube cover the TikTok stuff. And yes, I don't get many views when I do it, but I don't care. I just enjoy sharing my thoughts about it sometimes and filling people in on the whole situation. I mean, I see Heidi is starting to do a lot. Heidi Black is starting to do a lot of content that has to do with TikTok, but they're just showing a lot of the scammers on TikTok, which there's so many people that cover those scammers on TikTok. So many people. Hardly anybody, though, will cover the stories of, big events or people getting canceled or anyways. I think the Nara Smith thing was hilarious. But you thought I was just exaggerating about the SpaghettiOs. I definitely was not. But she's like, I don't even know. Wasn't even aware that they knew what SpaghettiOs were. So that means the maid taught, or the family members gave her kids SpaghettiOs. And I wonder what happened after that. Because she's like, I was taken aback. I didn't know my kids knew what SpaghettiOs were. Well, then somebody introduced them. And they probably feel bad. You can't tell me that the family members or the nannies don't feel bad for those kids always having to eat just straight organic. I'm sorry, but yes, kids should eat healthy stuff, but some things, just let them enjoy it. No, they shouldn't eat it every day, but every once in a while, just to experience, like SpaghettiOs or a Capri Sun, as she says, just let them. I mean, she's definitely a good mom. She puts in a lot of a lot of work into her kids' meals, but it's also overboard. Those kids are going to rebel so bad when they get older. They're going to eat so much junk food when they get older. They're probably going to honestly have weight issues once they leave that house because they're going to eat everything that they were denied as kids. Just saying. Yeah, it's very hard to go between both of them. It is. I don't put much attention into my TikTok because, like I said, they keep saying they're going to get rid of it in February. So I'm like, why bother? Even though I keep getting all these emails wanting me to do brand deals for my TikTok. And I'm like, I don't have so you have to have 5,000 subs or followers to put. So, okay, say someone sends me a product. I can make a video reviewing the product, but in order to make money off of it, I would have to put the link to that product in my video. Well, on TikTok, you can't put the links in your videos till you have 5,000 subscribers. I'm at like 2.5, I think. So it's because I don't put much work into it. I really don't. I'm so laid back when it comes to content on TikTok, when it comes to me making it. There's a lot of money I could make on it if I thought that TikTok was going to stick around and I'd put in the work to get to 5,000. Hell, just today or yesterday, I got sent a brand deal to send me a workout bike, some type of TV that they wanted to send me. They wanted to send me some teenage type stuff like to decorate rooms, those like moon things that do landscapes on the walls and whatever. Like they're trying to send me all that, but it's for TikTok and I don't have enough to put links on TikTok. But people are making so much money doing that. And all they're doing is reviewing the product and putting the link. And if someone clicks a link, it doesn't even have to be a follower. It's just anybody. If anybody sees your video and clicks the link, you get a commission off it. Easy peasy. There's this one woman who said she made $50,000 in 1 month. Her first month as a brand deal or as a brand affiliate for TikTok. She made $50,000 in 1 month just doing those brand deals, just sharing the link. And they don't even have to be like, they don't have to say certain things in the brand deals. They just have to give their honest review, a lot of them. So a lot of money to be made. But again, if they're just going to take it away, I'm not going to put in the time. So I still have stuff being sent to me for me to review on YouTube. I hate being on camera. Y'all know that. But I've got earrings I got to review. I've got probably 10 other emails that are being sent to me. Them trying to send me stuff. But I'm not going to say yes to any of the others until I do the earrings. There were gold earrings that were sent to me. So I got to do that. But I need them to send me the link to the product. But they only want a 2-minute video of me reviewing these gold earrings. So I'll be doing that. But there's a lot of stuff that I could be reviewing. But if I can't put the link, there's no point. Nobody will know what to look for. But I'm still an Amazon influencer and affiliate. I still have that going on. I still make a commission if anyone uses my link in my description to open up Amazon and they order whatever they want. I still get commission off of that, and people are still doing it. I mean, someone in the UK just bought one of my merchandise shirts the other day, and it wasn't anything due to like me on YouTube. It was that shirt I made that said "Wish you were here," and it pointed down to a graveyard. Y'all remember that? Some of you might not. And it had a witch. It was a Halloween shirt, but it had a witch flying over a full moon. It had like the clouds in the background, and then a grave site with all the headstones, and it had a yellow arrow pointing down to the headstones, and it said "Wish you were here." Well, someone in the UK bought that from me last month. No idea who they were. They just found it on Amazon and bought it. So I'm still getting commission off it. It's just there's just so much more I could be doing if I could do the TikTok thing. I already got approved to be a part of it, but I have to get the 5,000 subs to do it. So like I said, if I find out they let us keep TikTok, then I'll work on it and get that built up. It would be a lifesaver for sure. Dude, the algorithm on TikTok is undefeated. You can't beat that algorithm. It is so damn good. I wish YouTube would pick it up. Girl, that's what I was thinking, Rakin. Like, I think a lot of people are going to be coming to YouTube if they lose those accounts. So I think YouTube, that could work in our favor, but also work against us. So if they do shut down TikTok, well, then a lot of people are going to be coming to YouTube to get that fill, to get that, entertainment. That works in our favor. But at the same time, that means all the big creators are going to come to YouTube, and then us smaller creators are going to be harder to find. So, it is what it is. I just really hope TikTok gets to stay. Like I said, it's undefeated. And I do think the reason they want to shut it down so bad is because it is so easy to connect on TikTok, and they can't control what's shared on TikTok. Like, it spreads like wildfire on TikTok. So oh, they do. So on TikTok, I think they take 50%, or is it 70%? Hold on. I think they take way more on TikTok. Wait. Spell. Damn it to hell. Hold on. I suck at typing on my computer. So like for us, 30% gets taken by YouTube, but if someone pays through Apple, like if you use an iPhone product or an Apple product to send a super chat, we will only get 50% of it, because Apple will take their 20% and the YouTube takes 30%. But all memberships, all super chats, everything, YouTube will always take 30%. But again, if you do it through an iPhone or an Apple product, or do it through Apple Pay or whatever, 50% of that is going to be taken away from us. Okay, TikTok takes 50% cut. So yeah, that's a huge amount to be taken. But hell, even with 50% being taken, like I said, these creators are raking in so much money. Like I said, they found that Adrielle made $11,000 in 1 week. And all she did was go live and talk and do battles. Hell, Jeffree Star, he made, you would not believe the amount of money Jeffree Star makes when he does battles. It's absolutely insane. I mean, I'm talking about $50,000 or more for one battle he will make sometimes. He's got a birthday stream battle that's supposed to be coming up this weekend, and he's telling everybody to RSVP and to everybody to show up and show out. I bet you anything he's gonna be raking in that money. They have gifts on there, so like on YouTube, we have super chats and super stickers. And I think the most I've seen anybody get was $500 as a super chat. Well, on TikTok, they have gifts, and they have gifts that go from $600, like on the high end. There's a $600 lion that you could get, but there's some gifts that go up to $1,100 just to send a gift to you. And it's just a little emoji or little video, like a GIF, GIF. One of those just plays on your screen. So you'll select the gift and it just plays on the screen for everybody to see. And people are paying $1,100 for some of those. That's insanity. And Jeffree Star, like, there's a lion that most people want. That's $600 each time for a lion. I have seen Jeffree Star get 20 to 30 lions within 2 minutes. I kid you not. But again, you got to think TikTok takes 50%. So really he only gets 300 of it. But yeah, they take a huge percentage. You can actually do them without your camera on if you have under 1,000, Geneva. But it's so easy to get the following. Hell, I got my 1,000 within a few weeks, I think. Hey, Glennis, how are you? Right? It's pretty cool to see some of the stuff. I mean, they have really cool gifts over there that really do make you want to participate. But I do feel like with the battles, it's a gambling addiction. I think a lot of people, there's people who are spending so much money. There was this one girl who said she sent $20,000 to her favorite creator within a month. And she was living, like, it was her whole savings. And she sent that to help him win his battles. And then when they fell out, she wanted the money back. Of course, she didn't get it back. But when they fell out, she wanted all that $20,000 back. And he said, nope. So these battles, so what the battles are, so I've done battles myself. Geneva and Star and Shyla have all been in my streams when I've done a TikTok battle. So say I go live like I am now, and they have an option on the settings where to do battles, you could turn them on or turn them off. I turn mine on because I just like connecting with other people and chatting. I like getting to know people. I'm a very social person. So what you'll do, so if I'm live, a notification will come across my screen of so-and-so wants to join you. Someone's like, and so they'll join you and they'll be like, hey, do you want to do a battle? And you'll be like, yeah, let's do a battle. So they'll set it up and you just hit accept. And on the battle, your followers and their followers, they can either just tap the screen over and over and over to help you win points, or they can use their credit cards and buy coins and then purchase whatever gifts they want to send to you. And it's just at the top of the screen, you'll see the scale. And you just battle each other to see who gets the most coins. And you get a winning streak. So say if I won 3 in a row, that's a winning streak. Well, the next person that battles me, they can try to take my winning streak. They call it my nuggies. They refer to the winning streak as nuggies. So like nuggets. But they're like, don't take my nuggies. Don't take my winnings, whatever. But say you win 3 in a row. Well, someone could try to come up, be like, I'm going to take your win. I'm going to take your streak. I'm going to take your nuggies from you. And if they get the most coins, then your number goes back to 0. And then they win them. It's a gambling thing. Honestly, I feel like it's a gambling addiction, but they're fun. Some of the gifts are really, really enjoyable. I thought about doing a lot of TikTok lives where I just play movies, because there's a lot of people that do that too, where they'll just play movies or say a TV show. Like most people don't have 90 Day Fiance and they just stream the show at a certain time every week, and people give gifts through that if they enjoy it. You don't just give gifts through battles. You get more through battles, but it's a downside of it, because the people that do these battles, they'll be like, come on, guys, help me win, help me win, help me win. And these people are throwing out so much money to help you win. And as soon as you win, the celebration's over and then they start a new battle and they expect you to do it all over again. And I'm like, that is such bullshit. That is so much pressure to put on your subscribers to be like, help me win. And they spend hundreds of dollars to help you win. And then within 2 minutes, you start a new battle, expect them to do it all over again. I just feel like that's too much pressure. And I feel like and again, a lot of people become addicted to it. No, they don't debate. It's just who could get the most gifts, aka the most coins. That's it. Now they'll usually talk shit about each other, or they'll be like hyping up their subscribers, like hit the screen, tap the screen, send me a rose, send me a lion, send me an eagle, send me, like they'll ask a certain, and they have a gift goal. Like Jeffree Star usually has a gift goal of his lions, which again, each lion's $600. But they have a gift goal of the things they would like to get. But some of these people are very greedy in these battles. But when I had mine on, I told everybody, like, don't send me anything. only reason I have it on is so I can meet other creators on TikTok and chat with them. That was really all I wanted to do. I didn't give a damn about winning anything. I just wanted to meet new people, and I enjoyed it. I think I did it 2 times only, 2 different streams, and I had a lot of fun. I met friends through doing it too. So, and it's just some people you hit it off, some people you don't. And you could literally request, like I could go live tonight and request Jeffree Star in a battle. Of course, he probably won't accept it because he usually only battles people he knows. But you could request the celebrities when they're live, or the small, like sometimes the celebrities, like, I don't want to battle anybody else that's well known. I want to battle people that they don't have a lot of followers because they want to win. Like, say they want to have a big winning streak. Like, I'm purposely going to choose people that hardly have any followers. That way I could get my numbers up for the winning streak. And what helps is they have what's called a podium. So like in the United States, there's a podium for the United States. So first, second, third place, and then it goes all the way down to 100 something. Jeffree Star, if you get the first place on the podium, your name gets plastered everywhere all day. You get some type of trophy. Like, you get notoriety if you're on the podium. You get more views, you get more money, everything. And it's called the ranks is what they call it. Pushing for the ranks. So if you ever go on TikTok, you see the live that says pushing for the ranks, just know that their only goal that day is to make money. So usually I avoid those. I won't go in those. But it's about bragging rights. And then the UK has their own podium and ranks. And usually Chelsea Lee Art is the main person that gets the podium in the United Kingdom. But in Germany, they have ranks. I mean, it's all separated, but at the end of the year, they have TikTok awards where you will be flown out to Los Angeles and you get to participate in these award shows, like the Oscars for TikTok creators. And everybody shows up and they have parties all weekend and they have these big meals together and they do all these things. They get these, what are they called? What are those things, those bags with all those products in it? What are they called? Anyway, they get these bags full of all these brand deals and the PR kits and everything. And it's just really, really fun. And they do that every year. So when you get pushed up the ranks, the more you're on the podium, the more chance you have of getting nominated for TikTok Creator of the Year or newest Creator of the Year. It's just, and then they have that award show. Then they have what's called the Cheer Choice Award Show, where Mama Tot's on the board of it, but that the Cheer Choice is for people who do good with their platform on TikTok. So, and that could be for any size creator. It's just about who gets the most votes. And they get flown out to Vegas where they do pool parties and get-togethers and greetings and all that. And they have also their own award show. But there's a lot of fun stuff that they do on TikTok. But I do feel a lot of the creators are extremely greedy. Very extremely greedy. I can go live on TikTok and I don't have 1,000 followers. I have it connected to my YouTube and streaming service. And got an invite. I accepted it just to have it as an option. That I never knew that. Maybe Geneva could do that. Geneva only has a couple hundred. So if y'all have a TikTok, can y'all go follow Geneva? Geneva, do you have the link where you can put it in the chat? I pushed a button. My bad. I was trying to scroll down and I hit end stream by accident. But yeah, if you had the link, because you're a mod, you can put it in the chat. But that way we can maybe get you some more subs. So you could go live. I think if you have, I think it's under 500, you could still go live. But you just can't turn on your actual camera. You could just go live with your profile picture. But you could still do battles even with that. But I definitely would rather have my camera on. But I never really got into TikTok to wanting to do lives. It's just one time I was bored. I didn't want to be on YouTube because it was all hateful. I wanted to chat with some subs. So I told everybody, I'm going to be on TikTok. You're going to join me over there. And we just hung out and talked about whatever, met new people, did a few battles. And like I said, I didn't want anything in the battles. I just wanted to meet other creators to chat. Because just like on YouTube where I like to have panels where people join because I like talking to people. and having conversations. That's what all my goal was on TikTok. But people, hell, Star was my first ever membership. She paid for the membership to be my first member. But Geneva sent gifts. Shyla, Star, they helped out. It was very exciting. Miss Joanna showed up. It was really fun. And like I said, I was like, y'all just tap the screen, which tap the screen, of course, is free, but you could get you could get a lot of likes. So you could get up to millions of likes. So as people tap the screen as many times as possible, the more likes you get, the more your live will be shown to other people, aka the more followers you will get, because people are being invited into your lives. But I learned the whole thing, obviously. I've been on there for a while and learned all the ins and outs of it. But like I said, one day, if TikTok is to stay in the United States, I will work on my TikTok to get to that 5,000 and do the affiliate program. That would be awesome, and that would be life-changing. And then maybe I'd be done with YouTube. But then again, I don't think I'll ever be done with YouTube because I don't want to leave anybody behind. I really enjoy the people over here, the followers, that is, not the other creators mostly. There's a few creators, obviously, I enjoy, but most of the creators in our community are a-holes and just evil and hateful. But I would miss people too much if I just left altogether. So I don't think I'll ever leave altogether, but I'd probably back up a little bit more and focus on that. But hell, it's life-changing over there if you get to that point. But okay, so Geneva shared the link in the chat. So when people watch replay, you probably won't see the chat right away. When it's done processing, when the stream is done processing, the chat will then show up and you could grab it there. But if you don't, here, I'll just put it up here. Just go to Jenny from the Cheese Block and you should be able to find it. You'll go to search on TikTok and put @Jenny from the Cheese Block and it should pull it. You'll see her picture. But if you need the link itself, just wait for the video to process and then you could grab it from the chat. Thank you, Rakin. Thank you, Laurel. I appreciate it, guys. All right, y'all. I think I talked up a storm. Again, I'm sorry I couldn't give out more memberships. It went to some people we don't like, but it is what it is. It's part of the game. But Jelly, even though you came to troll me, I appreciate the support. I am grateful for it. So thank you. I appreciate that very much. But I will see y'all next time. Again, this weekend for sure. Even if I just go live before, then it'll just be just to chat and catch up. It won't really be to like talk shit about anybody. It will just be to chat a little bit more. And probably expect, like I said, more pre-recorded videos of me sharing the things I've seen on TikTok and showing clips of everything that went down and telling everything that happened. But hell, even if you're not into it, if you could just play it and hit the like, I'd be grateful. I know it doesn't get me many people. That's fine. I just do it because not many people on YouTube talk about what happens on TikTok. So I know, girl. Well, if you missed it, Rakin, I haven't been live for like the past week because my daughter's friend's been staying with us every night. And the goal was to do Spirit Box, but I won't do that with another child here. That's not my, they're not my child. And I feel it's disrespectful to her mom to do that. It's not a safe thing to do. And she would probably freak out. And I don't want to scare her. My kids are kind of used to that stuff because they have their own abilities. But I even got some stuff to talk about on that situation with. I'll fill y'all in on more stuff on my members only. So just look out for that. Again, I'm sorry that I couldn't do the Spirit Box sooner, but this weekend I want to do 2 nights of Spirit Box. The first night will be just me doing it. The second night, Sly will come up and do her own version of it. And she says, write your questions down, and she has a way that she wants to do it. But I'm trying to do that to make up for it. But Miss Joanna, if you see this, I miss you. Jade, miss you. Miss Wendy was already here, so I already got to say hi to her. But I know there's a lot of people, Real Deal, Muggsy. I mean, if you're normally here and part of this and you didn't make it tonight, just know you're missed. And I hope to see y'all this weekend. But if you don't do the replay, if you don't want to do your memberships for the Spirit Box, again, and you just want to see the stream, Like I said, send me an email and I'll send you the link for the back, and you can watch it on my backup without ads or anything. But yeah, we talked about a lot of stuff. I kind of got some out at the beginning about some things that happen in this community that I stumbled upon. But it was fun. I just enjoyed talking about things we don't normally talk about. I enjoyed it. And like I said, for y'all that are into TikTok, it's so cool to talk to y'all about things because a lot of people in this community don't know about what happens over there. So anyways, I will see you next time. Let me get through my video. Hold on. Okay. I will see y'all next time. Thank you so much for being here. Put some rainbow emojis in the chat. We're proud allies over here. And I will see you tomorrow or the next day. Bye, y'all.
If I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, baby, you'll get sick of being the monster out of my head, under my bed, thinking something out of my nightmares, standing right there. But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, then will you get bored of killing?
So if I play dead, will you regret everything that you did, that you said? I don't think you understand what you're doing, and my heart's black and blue from the bruising. I feel like when I'm with you I'm losing. I feel like you think that this amusing, sitting there gaslighting and confusing. Was it me? Is it me? Am I deluded?